God. November to November. Go live. One like, no view. Who liked this? Okay. All right, so let's go. Ordinary. If you're just joining, you're welcome. Let me drop the link in the group. Hi, Bishop Mayo. How are you? So I'm going to drop the link right now. Hi, Bishop Mayo. How are you? I'll drop the link on the group so everyone can come in. I'm going to drop the link now and then give everyone 2 minutes. I don't know, guys. It's 2 minutes too short. It's 2 minutes too short to give them to come in. Miski, you're welcome. If you're just joining, you're welcome in. Zeno, I see you, Zeno. I see you, Ife. Mm-hmm. 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 Hello, Miss Beauty. You're welcome. Dikachuko, I see you, Dikachuko. So guys, I just posted the link now on the group, so I'm going to give them 2 minutes to join. So by 6:18 we're going to kick off. By 6:18 we're going to kick off. Live now. Lights and light. Join. Okay. Hey, wait, where's my mouse? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Sorry about that. Let me open the trading view. I want to open trade view of this system. It's already opened on my device, my other device. But let's see if we can use a laptop for this analysis. Willox, I see you. So let's look at gold. Gold, I said I was not going to analyze BTC again live. It's gonna be like personal. So come back, I still need you. Guys, can you see the screen clearly? Let me go closer. Can you guys see? Okay. So shall we begin? Shall we? 2 minutes. Okay, it's already 2 minutes. It's already 2 minutes. I feel like... Let me see which one is better. Let me see which one is better. I'm coming. Okay, I think this one is a lot brighter. So which one is better? This one or the previous monitor? Should we use this one? This one? Or the previous one? If you're just joining, you're welcome in. Come back. Okay, this is brighter, right? Yeah, I thought as much. Okay, I thought as much. Let's see if we can lift this up a little bit. Okay. Give me a moment, please. I'm trying to still set up. All right, so it's Monday morning. Not Monday morning. It's Monday evening, and Benson, I see you. Okay, it's Monday evening. This is 6:20 p.m. and some people are still trading, right? Okay, some people are still trading, and I wasn't able to go live yesterday because of I went to church actually. So the service commenced by 5 p.m. I guess. Yeah, 5 p.m. So I had to be there. And then they closed by 11. So and then I go back. No, they closed by 10, and then I go back late, almost 12. So that was why I was not able to go live yesterday. As you all know, we usually go live every Sunday by 6 p.m. But yesterday was out of it. I thought of going live on Saturday, but I had things to do. So that's why I needed to go live so I can analyze. We can analyze this market together for this week and see where to look out for entry this week. All right, and then yeah, this is the first time I'm going live on a Monday. So I decided to make it by 6 p.m. right now because so that we will have time to rest and then come. For those who trade Tokyo, for those who trade yeah, so you have time to rest for tomorrow. That's the reason why I started. This is a buy entry. Price reacted. Let's look at 30 minutes. This is gold. This is gold. If this candle should close, if this 30-minute candle should close, then it's a buy. If this 30-minute candle should close, it's a buy. Price reacted there before. See? Price reacted there before. It got there. Now it's created on the 50-minute. On the 50 minutes, that's created like a confirmation for a buy. So on the 30 minutes, this candle has to close. If this current candle closes as a bull candle, it means buyers are in. It means buyers are in. And it's, as you can see, this order block, you might just buy up to this point before retracing or just buy all the way up. So let's review I'm going to delete all this. Okay, yes, there was something I was trying to explain on the Telegram channel, right? There was something I was trying to explain on the Telegram channel, and I said I was going to continue here on the live because Telegram just gives about 59 seconds for videos, and that's quite a short time to do explanations and. So let me explain why price reversed here, okay? So I don't intend for this for this live stream to be long. I don't. So let me target 1 hour 30 minutes. So this is 6:23. By 7:30 I should be out of here. 7:30 will make it 1 hour, not 1 hour 30 minutes. So maybe by 8 or less than that. All right, so let's go to why price reacted here. So I'm going to delete this zone here. I'm going to explain to you guys. This is gold. For those of you just joining, you're welcome. So this is gold, yeah? Oh God, I'm coming. Let me set this in a way that everyone can see it. Okay. So this is gold, and I'm going to delete this zone here, but when I'm done with my explanation, I'm going to bring back the zone and explain why the zone. Okay, so let me delete that now. Let's focus on here, and I'm going to delete this right here. So this is just a continuation of the analysis I was trying to do, like what I was trying to tell you guys before. Yeah, and I on the Telegram channel. So I just deleted that zone here. So if you're wondering why I have that zone there, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to explain that now. This is also this was a trade on Euro USD, and sorry, I'm digressing, but let me quickly explain why this zone. So guys, from the 1 hour time frame, this is Euro USD 1 hour time frame. I'm digressing. I'm going to be quick about this trade. So this is 1 hour Euro USD. So you see when smart money came in here. So you want to mark the block before the spike, the candle before the spike. That's an order block. All right. So what happened here? Price came down there. As you can see on the 1 hour time frame. First of all, guys, you see this candle formation? It's a reversal candle formation. That says there's the other party have taken over and the trend is about to change. This is 1 hour. All right, I'm going to leave that box there. So let's go to 15 minutes. What do you see on the 15 minutes? Let me delete this. What do you see on the 15 minutes? A W or not? A double bottom or not? Is this a double bottom? Yes, it is. See? The first leg, price went up. Wait, what? Price went up, came down. Sorry, it's too thin. It's too thin. Wait, let me change it. Let me change that right now. Let me change the color to green. Okay, so this is it. The first leg. Now, this is a zone. All right? You know why I have this zone here. So this is a zone, okay? So the first leg, it went all the way up. After touching here, it went all the way. I saw this move. I didn't take a buy because I didn't get a confirmation, right? This wasn't a confirmation enough. So here, it came back again. Wait, oh shit, that's not the tool I'm supposed to use. This one. Okay, that was the trend line tool I used. So it went up, it came back again. It broke. Now, let me explain something right here. Let me explain what happened here. You see this? First of all, a double bottom, that's number one. Then number two, what do you see here? An engulfing candle. An engulfing candle breaking above the zone. You see an engulfing candle here? So this was my confirmation. This was my confirmation for the buy trade when I said I see a buy setup on Euro USD. So I targeted here as my SL, the end of the last candle, or where I took the entry from, where I took this trade from rather. So this is it. And then I was targeting, first of all, this high here, this high here, this one, and then the second one here. Did you get? Or even close, I see another gap there. Okay, so now the thing is this, you're not just seeing a gap and just marking it. If not, markets will do you dirty. You're not just seeing a gap and just marking that gap, calling it order block. No, there are criteria to look out for. When you're trading order block and fair value gaps, okay? So you remember this box? On the 1 hour was when I drew this box. So on the 1 hour, candle gave us formation for reversal on a zone, right? And then this is 15 minutes. It gave us a double bottom and an engulfing candle, which was buyers are in. Of course, buyers tried to take it up, but it did not. Although, yes, I see another order block here. So apparently price retraced from there and started coming down. Okay, so now this setup failed. I didn't take the trade because I don't trade Euro USD. It's very slow, right? I just observe it. I only just observe it to see how it respects order block. The same way I have, if you look at this, look at my list here. You see my list, 2 gold, BTC USD, JPY, Euro USD. I'm about to scrap out Euro USD because any trade that will not do well, I will move you. I don't have that time. Okay, so now this is it. So price now came to the last bottom of that zone. Now this is 15 minutes. Now created another confirmation for a buy entry. So if I was actually taking this Euro USD pair serious, maybe this was my focus. As this setup failed, as this setup failed, I would wait. First of all, even though I had entered this trade, I'll be very careful of this zone, because this is also another block. This is also another block and a fair value gap. See here. So I'd also be careful here. It's because I wasn't really focusing on it. That's why I wasn't able to tell you guys to take part. Of course, for Christ's sake, from here to I don't take short moves trade. I don't take short move trade. So although I would have, that's why when price got here, if you remember, if you're on my Telegram channel, I said adjust your SL so that even though price wants to reverse, you won't be in so much loss. Okay, so the reason why I said to adjust your SL was because there is a tendency that price might react from here back to the downside. All right, so I'm going to delete this right now. Price reacted here and then came down to the end of the zone. Now forming, this is another reversal candlesticks formation. You see this? This is another reversal candlestick formation. If you've been joining my live, I told you, if you've been joining my live stream, right? I explained how you can easily understand candlesticks formation, like how you can know when the market's about to change trend. I explained it on the previous live. So let me delete this. I just wanted to explain this trade, right? This Euro USD that I called for a buy, so it didn't move well. Did the setup failed? I guess it did. I guess it did because every indication showed that buyers were in. See? Every indication showed buyers were in. But the reason, I told you guys the reason why I stayed away from the market today. I told you guys, when Iran dropped that news, attacking US warship with 2 missiles, I just knew this market would not do well. I had to stay away. So that is it for Euro USD. I may not come back to it because see this trick? This trick hardly happened on my pairs, the pairs I focus on. This trick hardly happened. So imagine I was to take a trade on this Euro USD, take a trade on BTC. I would have the profit I would have made from BTC, I would have lost it to Euro USD. So you now see why. You now see the benefit of focusing on one pair. Benefit of focusing on one pair. But like I said, if this was my focus, if this pair was my focus, even though I took a loss here, already for the market to print a W pattern showing it's about to buy on a zone, I would still be watching it. And then this is where this is where I would have taken the next setup, because another reversal candlestick is forming in that same zone. So I would take the next buy setup from here. So you see, one thing about this zone trade, even though it failed at first, just keep watching. It would maybe just want to adjust itself. It will definitely go your way. So I'm going to leave this position here, right here, like this. I'm going to leave it there. You guys take note of this. You guys take note of this move. If it could not buy here, perhaps it would buy here, but I'm not trading this. I just want to see how it's going to react there. So now let's go back to gold, the actual reason for this live stream. Okay. All right. So I deleted my zones. I'll still draw. Okay. Yeah. Let me explain that before I forget. I almost forgot. I just remembered now. All right. So let's go to 1 hour time frame. This is 1 hour time frame, yeah? And let's go to 4 hour. I want to remove this session divider. So this is 4 hour. Okay. If you were on my live stream last week, not this week that just finished, the previous Sunday before this one that just finished, you would remember vividly that I said, guys, you see this zone here? It was first an order block. Oh, hold on, please. Hold on. Okay, okay. All right. Okay, so if you've been joining my live, the Sunday before this last one, you would remember when I talked about the zone. Let me delete this. This wasn't here at the time. So I'm going to delete this and I'm still going to draw it back. So you remember when I talked about this zone here, when I said it was first an order block. It was first an order block. This is 4 hour. If you go to 1 hour, you see what I'm talking about. So it was first an order block, which price came and reacted back to the upside. Okay, if you go to the smaller time frame, you will see how price reacted here, went up. This alone would have given you good move. Let's go to 15 minutes. So let's just be going alongside. Let's just be going alongside. Where is it? Okay, this is it. This is it. Give me a moment, please. Let me plug this. Why are you having low battery right now? It's wrong timing, man. Wrong timing. Let me drop this here. Let me just plug this one. Okay, so this is 15 minutes, right? The order block, okay? I spotted this order block from the 1 hour time frame, all right? So now let's go and see how price reacted there. Let's go see how price reacted there. Are you seeing the same candlestick formation I told you is a reversal candlestick? You should take note of it. Are you seeing it here? So, but guess what? This move happened when everybody were already off the market. Let me show you. At the end of New York. So I don't know who trades till the very end of New York, but I don't. So this move happened, this reversal candle happened at the end, towards the end of New York. And then when Tokyo started, Sydney, Tokyo, the price never came back there again. So let's see again. So even when price came again, you see the first touch is what matters. When you draw your zone, the first comeback is what matters. Anything after that is risky, just like this. This alone self did not even form a confirmation for a buy entry. As you can see, it didn't even go far. It came back down. So I saw all this move happening here. So that was what made me call this place a support zone, because see, price kept reacting there. Okay, price kept reacting there. First here, second here, third here, fourth here again, fifth here, sixth here. So last Sunday, not this one, the previous one, and now I told you guys that, okay guys, this was first an order block, right? This was first an order block, but price has been reacting here, making this place a support zone. I mentioned it. If you've been joining the live, you would remember clearly. And then I went on to say that, all right, that was before this week started, before this last week that just finished, before it started. I told you guys, see, when you guys were asking, okay, so what's the direction of the market? How is the market going to be? Is it going to sell or buy this week? I said, no, everything depends on Trump. And then I went on to say that, oh, hold on. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to make sure everything. Okay. So I went on to say that, guys, if this market, I think, yeah, it was from here. I said, if this market should buy, I already told you guys where to buy to. Here. I told you, if this last week that just finished, if the market should buy, it's going to buy up here to fill the zone here, to fill this gap. You see this gap here? You see this gap here? Yeah, there. It's going to buy up to fill that gap, right? Either break above, retest, and keep going up. And I told you guys I'm targeting the zone. As you can see, I already set my position here. So this was what I was thinking the market would do, but it was under probability. And then the second probability was, if peradventure the market breaks below this zone, I said it's going to come up again to retest it, and it will keep falling. Except, I'll leave that there. Except the market breaks below, comes back to break above that zone. Anything that makes the market breaks above that zone, I said I was going to enter the retest back to the upside. And then I said that when this but if this market should break below this zone, I wasn't really expecting to break below here because it already created a lot of support here. I said the market was going to come back to that zone, that I would wait for the market to come back to that zone before I take a sell, right, to the downside. You get, because it must come back to test it. It will definitely come back to test it. Why? Because that was a support zone, an order block turning support zone. So for it to break that strong support zone, it means it's going to come back there to retest it, to make a new resistance zone. It's going to make a resistance zone off of the support zone. Do you understand? All right, so that was I just want to show you that was exactly what played out. You see this? Market broke below the zone. I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh yeah, sellers are in, enter, start trading, and market kicks you out by the retracement. So you want to take note of your support level, right? You want to take note of what I'm about to say. You want to take note of your support level and resistance level. The reason why you want to take note of it is so that whenever price breaks above that level, you are waiting for a retest on that level before you enter that trade. You get? So even if you had entered this trade from here, maybe price broke above here. This is 4 hour. Of course, you won't be looking at 4 hour to take trades. So you want to enter sell trade from around here. Price will kick you out by this retracement, because I couldn't have entered a sell trade from here when I know that, oh, I need to wait for price to come back to the zone to retest it. So from the look of things, I think it's going to sell drastically. Why? Gold likes to give a double top and bottom. It likes to give a double top and bottom. First, it created a support level here, and then it broke below it, went back up, created, let me start from there. Created an M pattern, but I don't want to start from there. See, went up, first leg, neck, second leg, comes down. Now it breaks the neck, it breaks the neck, see, it breaks the neck with this candle, with this red candle. It has broken the neck with the red candle. I'm going to turn this to white. So what do you see? Do you see an M pattern or not? An M pattern on its own. All right. So last week I didn't focus on gold. I didn't trade gold because Monday, Tuesday didn't play out my setup, and I had to just leave it and focus on BTC. Okay, so I didn't take any of this trade, but I just want to show you guys that the analysis we did 2 Sundays ago was what played out. It actually did play out. So as you can see, this is 15 minutes. So you want to take note of the candlestick formations that formed there, so that when you see it again happen subsequently in the market, you know how to take trades. So backtesting is not just backtesting your strategy or setup. Take note of candlesticks. As long as you're a trader, don't follow other traders that tell you, don't trade candlesticks. Can you go? As long as you're a trader and you're trading these candlesticks, you must learn candlesticks. You must. I've had traders, make me want to feel like I don't know anything for knowing candlesticks. They make like their comments. They make it look like I'm stupid for knowing candlesticks. I'm stupid for knowing how to interpret candlesticks. Oh God, I laugh at them because I don't know. I'm like, I don't even want to care the kind of confirmation they look out for in a zone. Because, man, as long as you're a trader like this, and what you are seeing, what you're trading are candlesticks, you must learn candlesticks. You have to. And when you learn it, stick to what you know, because people will always come to counter you. They always come to attack you, or make you feel like what you know is not relevant. Go and learn ICT. Go and learn this. Go and learn that. You have a long way to go. Go and learn smart money. Please stick to what you know. Thank you. So this is still gold. Let's go back to 1 hour. Let's go back to 1 hour. Let's put our... Let's go to 4 hour. So you want to spot your entrance. You want to spot your entrance, like your entry. You want to spot your entry on the higher time frame. Take note of that. You want to spot your entry on the higher time frame. So I'm looking now. Let's focus on here. This is all that has happened. Let's separate last week and this week. Today is Monday. So last week ended here. Last week ended there. Okay. Now this is a new week. I'm going to delete this now because price actually never went up this last week. It came down, and like I said, it's going to come up to retest. And I wish I was looking at gold last week. Well, I have my justification for not trading gold last week. Let me drink water. 2 weeks ago, there was back and forth between US and Iran. So I had to be very careful trading gold this last week because I thought the war would continue. So I didn't want no deep drawdown or surprises. I had to stay away, especially when my setup didn't play out on Monday and Tuesday. Excuse me, I just drank water. Okay, so look at this right now. Just this. Are you seeing? Wait, like this. Now, listen. Many of you who are here, I'm sure you have your own strategy. If you have a strategy that works for you, you have to focus on it, because every time I go live, I'm only talking about one particular strategy, which is fair value gap, right? That's what I use. So it may not make sense to you. So if if this live stream is not for you, you don't have to stay, except maybe you want to learn. All right. Okay. So looking at this now, what this is a 4 hour time frame. What do you want to do? You want to spot out your zone. Yeah. So that was the reason why I had this zone drawn here. That's the reason why I had this zone drawn here, because I see this green candle, I see a red candle, I see another red candle to the downside, and so on. Smart money, this was where smart money came in. See, this was where smart money came in. So I'm going to draw my zone there. I'm going to draw my zone there. Right? On the 4 hour time frame. Okay. So there was a lot of order here. As you can see, market liquidated here, meaning a lot of money rested here. It means money rested here. And then finally, smart money came in with this push. You want to mark the candle before the push, okay? So I just marked that. And then what again? You want to keep spotting on the 4 hour time frame. I already have all these zones drawn here, right? All these zones, I already explained them on the previous live. These ones. I already explained them on the previous live. So now let's focus on right now. Why the market reversed where it did, and so on and so forth. So on the higher time frame is where you want to mark your zones, okay? So now let's go to 1 hour time frame. Because sometimes you may see a zone on 1 hour time frame that you don't see on 4 hour, okay? So it's very important you go down to 1 hour time frame, because you'll still see a zone there that you never saw on 4 hour, okay? So work with 4 hour and 1 hour. All right, so this is gold still. All right, this is the overview of gold. I see a zone here. Now, please take note. It's not every gap you see, although gold likes to respect all these, any gaps it creates. I told you guys before, any gap gold creates, it always likes to go, like it always goes back to cover it up and all of that. Okay, take for instance this. Okay, I had this was last week. This was on Friday. I remember this very well. I want to show you guys something. Just follow me. Okay, so this was on Thursday actually. This was on Thursday. Then this Friday. All right. So looking at this right now, this here, I see a gap here. I see a fair value gap here between here and here. I see a fair value gap between here and here. So what I did was I marked here to the end. Okay. Yeah. I'll change the color. Okay. What I did was I marked the candle that formed before the push. All right. So I already had my zone here. So what happened? This move happened on Thursday. So it means on Thursday, market printed a setup. So you want to wait for market to come back and test that setup. It's as simple as that. Okay? So this is 1 hour. Now let's assume this did not happen. Are you seeing what I'm blocking? Let's assume Monday trade didn't happen. Okay? I want to show you how price reacted on this zone here. So let's assume Monday trade didn't open. Let's get there. You know, I didn't do analysis yesterday, right? I didn't do analysis yesterday, so let's just assume this Monday trading play out. Now, when we are done with what we're doing, we'll now analyze for this coming week, for this week, this new week we just entered, okay? So now let's go back and see all that played out last week, all right? Okay. So take note of this zone here. Are you seeing this zone? Are you seeing this blue zone? Let's go to 4 hour. Let's go to 4 hour and see why we have that zone there. Are you seeing why we had that zone there? Okay, I think I already explained. Yeah, I already explained why we have that zone there. All right, so now let's go back to 1 hour. That was the explanation I made before. So guys, this is it. This is Tokyo, London, New York, Thursday. All right. So I marked this here. This zone here. So on Friday, look what happened. I literally saw when this move happened. I was in the market. I saw when this move happened. Right? Okay, so market came down here. Now, the thing is this. To be very honest here, I was expecting the market to come down. I wasn't going to trade gold. So I was just observing. But then in my observation, I had expectations that this market will come down to this. Are you seeing this candle, this red candle that formed before the green engulfing, right? So even when I saw a confirmation, I saw reversal here. I saw this reversal here. Let's go to 15 minutes. Okay, I saw market reacting here. I said, wait a minute, what's going on? So as usual, I always like to navigate in between time frames. So I see this 30 minutes didn't give me a clear structure like that for a reversal. Okay, if I don't see a clear reversal candlestick pattern, I won't enter that trade. I don't enter it. I trade only what I know. And then I look at 1 hour. I see that this 1 hour just, and I think at the time this candle was, at the time this green candle was trying to close, was trying to like finish counting. So did I post it on my VIP that, oh no, I'm not sure I did. I'm not sure. I was just observing. So you want to mark out this, like every time I tell you, mark this candlestick formation. No, don't just mark it. Go and study it. Go and learn it. You need to understand reversal candlesticks formation. It will help you in the long run. It will guide you not to take trades quickly when price gets to a zone, and to guide you to be patient to wait. All right. So yeah. So I saw this green candle, this full green candle trying to form on the 1 hour time frame. So I said to myself, if this green candle should close as bull, it means buyers are in. Even though I still had expectation that price will come down to at least test this. Are you seeing? Wait, at least test this red candle here before this green. Do you understand? All right. So let's now draw the zone well. Let's draw the zone well. The last candle before the spike. All right. So now you see price came there, right? Gave a candle formation. I am familiar with this candlesticks formation, reversal candlestick formation. Okay. So price gave a candlestick reversal formation, right, to the upside, and then it ended up buying. So imagine we had taken this trade from here. Of course, I would have called a trade from here because I know this pattern and I see it reacted on its own. We target, of course, maybe the end of that candle, just like this. I wouldn't want to say 70 pips because me, if I enter trade on gold, anything 100 pips is too much for SL. But what can we do? Trump has made drawdown go so deep. Sometimes it doesn't get up to 100. It might just reverse from 50 pips or even 70 pips or even 80 pips. So, of course, in this case, because I know it's reacting on its own, I know it's going to go long. So I would like to at least to the end of that candle or to the very, very end of that candle. Are you guys seeing it? As long as you entered above the zone, just set your SL to the last end of that candle, period. Don't worry, I know how to set mine, but I'm just telling you the general part. Set your SL at the last part of that candle, okay? And then you want to target the next high. That's the next high. So therefore, apparently you'll be catching 571 pips on gold. See this? 571 pips on gold. Just because you don't want to be greedy, or even here, you see this other block here? But it's not valid because this candle already went to close it. So you want to just target the high. You don't want to be like, even on BTC, this same thing, like this played out, all right? But something happened. What happened? It saw like extra spike, an extra move to the upside. That was what happened. So market gave extra bonus because normally it should have retraced from here, but it extended its move. All right, so I'm going to, if I had entered this buy trade, this is where I would have set it up. Why? Because my confirmation was from 1 hour. As a trader, you have to navigate between time frames. Don't just dwell on one time frame. That was the mistake I used to make before. I only look at 15 minutes. Sometimes if I even enter the market, I won't even bother to look at every other time frame. It's just 15 minutes. I'm like, all these people looking at higher time. What are they looking for? I beg 15. But guess what? I was losing, blowing accounts, losing money. Oh boy, it was not easy. So it was 15 minutes was even a lot better. Before 1 minute, 5 minutes. And I was not even a scalper. But if I had taken my confirmation, my buy trade confirmation from the 15 minutes, I would have just targeted here as my first TP. Because this is a support zone. So apparently, as you can see here, price got down, reacted. You can see. Price got down, reacted. So you just want to like mark that zone. But because it's from the 1 hour, I got that confirmation from 1 hour. All right. Are you seeing where this position is? Let me extend it. Are you seeing where this position is? The white between the green and blue. Let's go to 15 minutes and see how the candles are formed there. See, it's similar, because even after the market broke, let me show you something. Okay, let me use this cursor. Even after the market, you see how it consolidated here in the zone, on the zone, right? You see how it consolidated here on the zone, even giving a fake out. Now this candle now broke. When you see this move where a wick forms and then the next candle that forms is a full body candle beside that wick, it's always a sign. It's always also a sign, okay, that's it's going to move. So you can also take note of that. So as you can see here, it's fake. For instance, price got to this zone. Let me show you something quickly. For instance, this is gold. All right, then price got to this zone and started liquidating. Let's say you drew this zone down waiting for price, right? So price started liquidating around here, and then it now had this move breaking above. You see this green candle that broke above this zone. I know too well not to enter this kind of trade too early, because you have to backtest the market to understand what the market does when it gets to a particular, like, you know, how it reacts when it plays out your zone. So I know too well not to enter gold at the first move. It's always fake. You wait for the second one. Why? Because it always likes to form a double bottom, a double top. Okay, so let me delete this so it doesn't look too much. Let me leave only this. So I'm just saying, price got to your zone. Let me delete this white one. Price got to your zone, it liquidated, and then there was a green breakout here, and then you're like, okay, let me quickly enter. You enter that trade. You want to set where? Maybe here as your SL, and then you see price. You see, this is also another candlestick formation for a reversal. But you know what? Gold likes to trick with it. Gold likes to print it just to trick a lot of traders out of the market. But this is it. So let's imagine you took this trade. You took this trade at this entrance. Perhaps you want to set your SL here, because you, of course, like I said, if you enter the breakout, you set your SL at the last candle, at the end of the candle, you would have been kicked out. But if you want to, like, you know, give your trade a breathing space, you just maybe want to set the last candle pata as your SL, which is just 116 pips. But the question is, can you risk up to 116 pips? Can you risk it for SL on your trade? Can you risk 116 pips on gold? Someone says, do yourself a favor, please, and start using volume profile and learn. Please. Keep your opinion to yourself. I don't need it. Trade what works for you. Let me trade what works for me. Thank you. All right, guys. So as you can see here, and if you even look at it clearly, the market actually gold as usual. I told you guys it likes to form a double bottom or a double top. So look at the first leg here, and then it went up, and then it came back again to give the second leg, and then it went all the way up. It's really not that hard. See, when trading gold, you have to be patient. That's it. When trading gold, you just have to be patient. So now, from my back testing, right, I see that gold has been forming a double pattern, a double top or double bottom when it gets to a zone. So that first move that tells you, oh, I'm about to go, is always a trick. Don't fall for it. Wait for the second one, just like this. Now let me bring back the previous position that was there. I'm coming. This was previous position that was there. So just like this, I already explained this whole concept, you know, backdating it and explaining it for you guys on the previous live. So for those of you who have been joining, you would understand from what I'm saying. So as you can see, so like I said, when you find out what works for you, trade only that. All right, you guys are not paying me for coming here to explain my strategy for you. Okay, I came here to, analyze the market with you, but I feel like I should explain so that when I go into the part of analysis, you would understand why we're marking the zone, why we're not marking the zone, or why you understand. So that's the reason for this live stream. So I really don't appreciate some persons who come to the live stream to start telling me, go and learn this one, go and learn that one. Keep your opinion to yourself. Please, keep your opinion to yourself. If you're still here on this live stream, that's coming from, I can't even pronounce your name. But please, whenever you join a trader's live stream, as long as you're not crying about their losses or whatsoever, keep your opinion to yourself. Let them do what they're doing, all right? Because only them know what works for them, just like you know what works for you. I see a couple of videos about volume. Let me tell you guys something very quickly. Take this as a lesson from me, okay? You see, like I said, there are a lot of strategies out there, but something you must know. There's something you must know. Not all strategies works on all pairs. You must understand that. Not all strategies works on all pairs. Fine, you could say it does. It's okay. It might. But you know what? The win rate will be low. That's the difference. That's the difference. If you say all strategies works on all pair, no problem. But I tell you, the win rate of that strategy on a certain pair, some certain pairs will be low. It could work, but the win rate will be very low. But then there are some pairs that the win rate will be high. What am I trying to say? In essence, I'm only trying to say that not all strategies works on all pairs. I have tried different strategies on many pairs, on different pairs, and I realized that some pairs respected more than some pairs. Guess what? Recently, I decided to learn inverse fair value gap, right? And then I decided to back test it on about 3 to 4 random pairs, different pairs. Guess what? It was confusing on these pairs. Sometimes it respects it, sometimes it doesn't, but most times it doesn't respect it. And then I decided to go check the videos of the people who post about this IFVG, and I realized that most of them are futures traders. So that's it, guys. So don't. It's very risky to see a strategy, to see how's it called? To see a strategy on the internet, and to believe what someone comes to your life to tell you to go learn, and then you think you can now start applying it on your. No, focus on what you know. Every pair has what works there. Okay, so don't go and blow your head with different strategies. Doesn't work that way. Everybody have their journey. So I don't go to people's live stream to tell them what to look out for whatsoever. It's very wrong. For that person who commented that, you have to be very careful and you have to be professional if you're a trader. All right. So to shock you, I don't know if you trade gold, but that thing you call volume, it doesn't work on gold. There's things that works on gold. So if you trade whatever strategy you said on gold and it works there, good and fine. Know it for yourself. Make the money. At the end of the day, dream car of yours, buy that fine house. Okay, so let's continue, guys. I'm sorry I digressed. I'm really sorry I digressed, but let's continue. Okay, so you see now, I had this zone here, and then I had see how price reacted here. So automatically, this is no longer valid. Because price has already reacted on this zone, it's no longer valid. So let's now look at what happened here. This is 15 minutes on gold. Now, I'm going to delete this blue zone here, because it was never there before, all right? So I'm going to delete that blue zone there. So I'm looking at 15 minutes today. Now, this is today's market. We're reviewing today's market, all that happened today, all right? So now, I'm looking at today's market. I had this zone here. I wish this trading view was on, this thing was subscribed. I would have hit all this move here so that we see this. So I had this zone here, right? This one. I was waiting to see what price is going to do. And then I decided to open my device and I saw this move happened. And I just knew immediately someone has dropped the news. It's either US or Iran. Let me go and check. And I checked and I saw Iran fire 2 missiles at US warship. That's the reason for the spike, guys. That was the reason for the spike, just because of that action alone. So because I know that price already reacted here, let me delete this. Let me remove this so it won't be too choky. So because I know price already reacted on this zone, because I have back tested to know how market reacts on zones, especially on the second time or the third time it comes there, I decided to stay away. And the fact that there was even such a news, was the more reason why I had to stay away from the market, because they've started their back and forth. They want to trap traders on wrong trades, on confused markets. I just had to stay away. And look what happened. This is 15 minutes. Just look at what happened. After the good move from here, I'm sure a lot of sellers would have enter trade from here thinking it's okay. This momentum means it's going to start selling. It doesn't work that way. You have to wait, man. Wait for price to fill gaps. Then you enter. Now, why did market react here? Back to the video I dropped on the Telegram channel before I said, okay, I was going to continue it on live. This is why the market reacted here. So you see this candle before this big push, this smart money move, right? You want to mark that spot. You want to mark that spot. Now I'm going to mark that spot and then I'm going to go to 1 hour time frame. Okay, let's go to 1 hour time frame. Let's take note of that spot. What do you see? What do you see? Oh, I wish I could backdate this thing so I can cover this all this place. I'm coming. I think this is better. You see this? So market created this. This is 1 hour, by the way. Let's look at 4 hours. Let's look at 4 hours. Where's that move? Sorry. Okay, so this is 4 hour. No zone. Are you seeing any zone? Guys, this is 4 hour here. Don't please see it well, oh. I'm coming. And let me hide it well. This is a candle that formed on 4 hour. Now let's go to 1 hour. Take note of these candle formations. Are you seeing this doji and this long move? Right? Are you seeing this weak? Why am I showing you this? I'm just showing you that from the 1 hour, from the from the 4 hour and 1 hour time frame, it did not give a clear, like it didn't give a clarity that this should be a zone. 4 hour, 1 hour did not give a clarity that this should be a zone. This kind of should be a zone. It didn't. Because an order block is valid when there is a fair value gap. Okay, take note. An order block is valid when there's a fair value gap. So now, how then did we get that zone? On the 15 minutes, because my entry was on the 15 minutes. So I'm looking at 15 minutes and I see this zone. I see that zone. I didn't regard it because I didn't see it I didn't see it clearly on the higher time frame. So I didn't regard it. Okay. My concern was for price to break above the zone. Above this zone here. This zone. A full body candle. Let me delete this first. A full body candle to break above this zone. Because if it came down and it's not reversing back up, okay. See now, you see this week? You see this, a lot of people must have entered a buy trade just when this candle was still full before it retraced back into this box. But like I said, I knew too well to stay away from the market after that news. Because I can't be trading in the markets with a stable mind when Iran are still bombing, they are still fighting. When any small thing that happens, whether it's a drop of pin, it will impact the market. No, I can't. I like to trade with a peaceful mind, with a calm emotion. So always check your emotions before you take a trade. And never feel bad if you miss a trade if it eventually goes your way. As long as your emotions was not stable, don't take that trade. Let it go. There will always be other opportunities. If you can train your mind to that level, you will make it big. Remember, Forex is not a now, get money, get rich. It's a long-term thing. You will make money and you'll be tired. To the point that your trade will only be once in a month. You only trade once in a month, or once in 2 weeks, or once in a week. Why? Because if you enter that trade, you will make a lot of money. So you will not want to always be in the market. And you realize that it's boring because you have to sit down and wait for your setup to play out. So there you will have a lot of things that will keep you busy, other businesses, other entrepreneurship and all of that. So let's continue. All right, so I didn't take any of this trade. Like I said, I stayed away because of the news. All right. So now I'm only trying to explain to you. You see, when you see markets reverse from the spot it reversed from, you don't know why. If you see the market buying up, you don't even know. Okay, I didn't know before. Like when I started trading, right? I could just enter trade and I wouldn't even know where to set as my take profits. I won't know. I won't know where to set as my SL. I won't even know where price would likely get to before it reverse. I didn't know all of these things. So for me to be telling you guys, I've told you guys how to, set TP, where to look out for and all of that. So that's also what I'm trying to do. So now I'm marking this zone here. I always try to tell you guys why price reacts the way it did. So that when you see a certain turnaround in a certain spot, you know what to look out for. You will not like, so why did price react here? Like, have the knowledge. That's what I always try to do on my live stream, okay? So, take note of this zone here. Now, let's assume this big zone was not there. I'm going to delete it now. Let's just assume it was like this. Now, let me put it back. Let me explain something. I'm going to reverse it now. Take note of this. Look at this. Just look at this. It respected the zone on Friday, right? So, today you want to delete it because it has already respected it, okay? And then you're looking at this market. You see this third candle? You see this big candle? You see the first candle? What would you want to do next? You would like to mark, you would just mark this place. That's your order block. Why? Because this is gold. Gold likes to respect. Gold likes to go back to fill its gap. Period. That's it. You see a gap? Mark the beginning of that gap. Why? Gold likes to go back to fill the gap. Okay? So what you want to do is mark your zone and wait for price to get there. Now, this is what the reason why I was trying to make that video. I was, there's something I was trying to tell you guys. The trick gold plays that makes me the one thing that I don't like gold for. That trick. Now the reason for that video I dropped on Telegram that I said I will continue here on YouTube. This is it. So like I said, I don't feel bad for not taking the sell trade. Why? Because this zone was not drawn from the higher time frame. All right, it was not drawn on the higher time frame. So even if it came here retraced, no problem. But then it's optional. I can choose to trade it. I can choose to just avoid it. But now see the trick here. See the trick here. Even if you marked this zone, don't get me wrong, even on 15 minutes, gold can respect, not just gold, pairs can respect gaps on 15 minutes too, not just higher time frame, okay? So you want to mark this other block here, and then you want to wait for price to come down and give you a reaction. What happened? Look at what happened here. Price came there, entered this zone well. First of all, did as if it wants to buy. It did as if it wants to buy with this big move before it finally retraced to the downside. Okay, you see the rejection. There are some people who trade rejections as their entry. They look out for rejections before they enter a trade. Okay, so now you see this. They say, okay, first rejection. Okay, means sellers are in. Okay, it's not selling yet. They see this other red candle. Okay, sellers are in. Another rejection. They see this third one. Sellers are in. Another rejection. Look what happened. Of course, you will want to take a trade here at the close of this candle. Or even for those who don't like to wait for confirmation, this is where they would have entered their trade from here. They will enter this trade from here and set here there. There are some traders who don't wait for confirmation. Once they spot a zone, they don't care what price does there. They enter their trade at the zone, sets their SL at the end of that zone. But that's them, all right? That's them. So now back to the trick. Back to the trick gold likes to do. Trick gold likes to do, just take your money. How many rejections do you see here? 3 rejections here. Do you see a doji? You see 3 dojis, right? 4 safe. Are you seeing all these dojis? That shows you, okay, price is reacting. This is 15 minutes, entry time frame. Price is reacting on this other block. Let me take a sell. See even this full body candle, red candle that formed. Let me take a sell. And then you want to take a sell here and maybe target here or here. Take note of the place I'm saying target to as your SL. You want to target here or the end of this candle. That's 146 pips as your SL. Okay? To the downside, maybe you want to target here as your TP. You want to target here as your TP. This place, because it's price rejected there. So definitely if it comes there, there's going to be a reversal, like reaction there. So you want to target here as your TP. That's like 348 pips. Look what happened. Just look what happened. Price went all the way up. Now listen, there are days when if something like this happens, it just goes your way. No time to trick. It just goes your way. So why did it trick? Because of the war, because of Iran and US, because of that news. So you see why I had to stay away from the market? All right. So what time did this move happen? This one here. It happened at, okay, this move happened at 3:45. Okay. All right. So market would have tricked you and then, kicked you out with this move. And you'd be like, but why? But they gave me confirmations, but I'm seeing many dojis. I'm seeing rejection or more gold or gold, chai, gold. But let me tell you something about trading zones on gold. This is a golden tip I'm not supposed to share, right? Because it's my own discovery. Let me tell you something. A golden tip when you're trading zones on gold. Gold in particular, because it's only gold that likes to touch a place more than one time before it finally goes your direction. If you enter a trade on a zone, maybe not just gold, maybe even BTC or whatever, if you enter a trade on a zone, when you see a confirmation and then price goes back to hit you out, don't feel bad. Don't cry. Don't worry too much. Wait. Just wait. Price will always give you another setup, right? As long as it's on that zone. As long as it is on that same zone, it will always give you another setup right on that zone. Maybe here was not it was not ready here. Maybe it was still waiting for more passengers. Okay, it was still waiting. They say, okay, should I go? Should I stay? Should I go? Should I stay? Okay, let me just go back and see if I can get more passengers. And then he went back, and then it will now form. It will tell you when it wants to move. You see these candlesticks here. You see this candlestick formation, this doji and this one. This is a reversal candlestick. This is a reversal candlestick. And so you want to enter your sell trade from here. You want to enter that sell trade from here. Don't be afraid to enter again. Enter again. Even if it kicks you out again, no problem. Enter again. You enter a sell trade from here and target this same place as your SL, as your TP, which is still 348 pips. The market get there or not. It's not because this move played out. What am I trying to do right now from everything I just said? I literally just, I'm teaching you candlestick formations on zone, what to look out for, and where to set your TP, and how to spot your zones practically. There are many ways to spot your zones, right? There's support and resistance. There are many ways to spot zones. There's support and resistance. Guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me, guys? I need to know if you guys can hear me. I need to know if you guys can hear me. Okay, Bishop, thank you. Okay, thank you. I didn't know if I'm coming. Let me set this on TikTok. All right. Okay, so this is it, guys. So even if I had entered a trade here, because I see candlesticks forming here, but like I said, I like to navigate between time frame. So I would have loved to check 30 minutes to see what's happening there. Guys, look at this now. Look at this. This is 30-minute time frame, and it also should, these candlesticks also mean a sell confirmation. This candlestick also mean a sell confirmation. I've seen this candle pattern print a lot of times. I'm coming. All right. This one here. This candlestick. Oh, I'm coming on. Okay. All right. So this candle, this one here. This candlestick, I've seen it print a lot of time. And when it prints, it means there's about to be a reversal. There's about to be a reversal, change of trend and all of that. So as you can see here, it printed, but it was a fake out. It faked. That was a trick, just to clear a lot of SL before it start going. So I have, from my experience and observation, I've realized that if I ever take a trade on a zone, now let's go to 15 minutes. If I ever take a trade on a zone, a valid zone, and I see after market gives me a confirmation for an entry and the market kicks me out, I'll wait. Because that was what happened on BTC on Wednesday. I would wait, right? I'd wait because I know that markets will always give a clearer one. Maybe it was not ready to move there, but it tricked. But that's okay. To always give a clearer setup for the sell trade that you're waiting for, which was what happened here. All right. So now you now see why market reacted here. I've shown you the zone. So if you're a trader and you can know, like, when you know why market reacts this certain place it does, you know why market reverses on a certain spot it did, then you're a good trader. Because not everybody can explain why market is reacting, why market is reversing at a point where it did, where market is going to, where market is likely going to reverse from or react from. Not everybody know. I never knew when I started. So if you know where market is going to likely get to before a reaction, where market is going to reverse from, you're a good trader. So even if you have couple of bad trades, don't let it bother you. Don't let it weigh you down. Okay, so entering this kind of trade maybe from here because of this confirmation on the 15 minutes and 30 minutes, maybe from the dojis, signals showing you that sellers are in, and then you take a loss. It's not the time to feel bad. Number one, even if this trade missed, even if the setup failed, you still won. Why? You only traded your setup. You followed your discipline, and that is all that matters. In trading, following your discipline is all that matters. It's not even about the profit. If you follow your discipline, you're going to make money. But if you're chasing profit, you're not going to make it. You won't. Because you keep entering wrong trade, you keep feeling bad over the losses, your psychology will keep getting affected, you keep seeing good setups, but you'll be scared to take it, right? So yeah, that's it. All right, I'm going to delete this now. I've explained why price reacted there. Here, my attention was already off the market as of here. Otherwise, if I had seen this, I would have taken it because it was before 4 o'clock. This move happened before 4 o'clock. So that's why I would have taken that sell trade. I'd already programmed my mind not to trade today. So that's why I said, let's analyze the market so we know what, like, the next zone to look out for entry. All right. So we know the next zone to look out for entry. Now, the reason why I wasn't really pained because of this move, number one, the market always shows a setup. The market will always give you another opportunity. That's number one. Then number two, this zone was not from a higher time frame. So the chances of even entering it in the first place was minimal. Then number three, the news. So that's my three reasons why I don't feel any kind of way for this trade that played out eventually, right? So let it be that I drew from my zone from the higher time frame, and then price came there and I missed it. I would have felt a little bit bad because I was literally waiting for price to get there. All right. Okay, so let me delete this. Let me hide it rather, not deleting. So look at 4 hour time frame. So look at that zone here. Are you seeing it? This is that zone here, of which you can't call this a zone. Let's go to 1 hour time frame. See? So even though you drew the zone on 15 minutes, right? You drew it on 15 minutes, and then you took the trade from that 15 minutes. Don't hold it for long. All right? Don't hold for long. It's only the zone you drew from the higher time frame you should hold for long. Okay? All right, so let's forge ahead. Now, back down to the analysis now. Let's go to the analysis. Let's go to the analysis part. So as you can see here, price came up here to retest this place twice, forming an M pattern, and now we broke below the neck of the M pattern, and it's still going down, right? So now we're going to figure out the previous low of this market. We're going to figure out the trend of the market structure, the previous low or the previous high, and then we're going to look out for when price is going to break it before we can confirm, is it really sellers that own this market or buyers, right? And then we're going to now mark our zones. That's the analysis we're about to do now. So I'm going to delete this zone right here. But before I do that, let me show you something quickly. So as you can see, this zone was first an order block, like I already said before, and then became a support zone, and then market broke below it and then went back up to retest it, making it a resistance zone. So if market is going to reverse from here, okay, if market is going to reverse from here to the upside, I don't intend to take a trade from here. I'm not going to take a sell trade from here because even if I say confirmation, no. What I'll be looking out for is a breakout. The moment market reacts in a place like more than 3 times, the fourth time is very risky. It might just break above. So even if I see a reaction here for a sell trade, I won't take it. My entry point will be, okay, as you can see this, I'm coming, let me make this thing. All right, so there's a valid zone here. What do you see here? Guys? Let me expand it. Are you seeing this fair value gap between this candle and this? This is a very valid zone. This is 1 hour time frame. Let's go to 4 hour time frame. Okay, so if you join this live stream from the beginning, you would understand why I have this zone here. All right, so this is a very valid zone. Okay, as you can see, guys, listen. This is a very valid zone. Order block, fair value gap, liquidity. Okay, so meaning if price ever gets here, there's going to be a reaction to the downside. So I won't seek to take a sell trade from here. This is where I would like to take a sell trade from. Only if the market disrespected. Only if this market disrespects the zone, breaks above it, I wait for a retracement before I take a buy trade to the upside. See that? So I just explained to you why this zone is very valid. So I think at this point I could delete this one. Yeah, at this point I would delete this zone here because it was a support, market broke below it and then went to make a resistance off it. And then I'm seeing another clear zone here. So that one, So, so, so I'm coming. So this one is no longer valid. This one is no longer valid. This is a valid one because it has not been mitigated. This one. All right. So if you have your system there, you can also draw that too. This is 4 hour time frame. You can also draw that too. Okay. Draw the zone down. Draw the zone down. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna wait for market to get there. But we're not done with the analysis. We're still trying to figure out more zones to look out for. Okay. So now this is the more this is higher time frame. This is more valid than even this one that I drew on the 15-minute time frame. So this 15-minute zone was just a brief trade. You get, even if I wanted to take it, I won't have held for long. So this one is very valid. This is very valid. I've seen the 3 confirmations that makes this zone very valid. Okay. All right. So we're not going to go down. We are not going down to 1 hour time frame yet. Okay. Now let's look at the market structure. What is the market structure right now? Ignore this one. I was back testing, so I have this zone here. I was back testing, that's why. So just ignore it. I still want that zone to be there because I'm not. I always back test the markets, even on holiday, even on weekends, even after this live. I'm still going to be on the markets. I'm still going to like look through again. You know, study continues, learning continues, even though you know it. Okay. So this is 4 hour. Can someone just tell me? Let's interact. Can someone tell me what zone they see here? Like, no, wait, not zone. Sorry, please, not zone. Can someone tell me what the trend of the market is from this 4 hour time frame? Some of you say I have. Wait. Let me go to another code. Some of you say I have many lines. So let me go to this one and delete all these lines first. I'm coming. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm the only one that understands my line, by the way. I'm the only one who understands my line. All right, so what is the structure from here? Let's interact, guys. I'm in the comment section. Someone says consolidating. Okay. Interact what you can see. That's a key level and it's bearish. Okay. Someone says ranging. Someone says bullish. Someone says bearish. Someone say, are you buying to the 4 hour? I'm not telling you if I'm buying or selling. I'm only telling you, look at this overview of the 4 hour time frame, right? And tell me, what do you think is the market structure saying? What do you think is the market structure? Someone's a gang stylist says liquidity. So I see a lot of people say downtrend. I see a lot of people say bearish. I see some people say uptrend. I see a lot of people say word of the day's inducement. Okay. I see a lot of people say okay, all right, so let's look. I've read the comments. To those who commented their opinion, I just want to appreciate you. Thank you for being interactive with me. I appreciate. Someone says M pattern. Where is the M pattern? Okay, so that, guys, wait, I meant this here, this from here. What's the market structure saying from here? Oh no, it's even too short. Let's even look at it well. This is it. Let's look at this well. All right, so if you want to tell a market structure, if you're looking at 4 hour time frame, what you want to do is look at you have to zoom out. Is it zoom out they call it? I'll be zooming, zoom in, zoom out. Okay, you have to zoom out and see a full picture. You understand? So looking at this full picture now, what is this trend? This is actually a downtrend. Looking at this is a downtrend from the 4 hour time frame. Okay, downtrend from the 4 hour time frame, and I'll tell you why. Let's proceed. Let me tell you why. All right, let's do this quickly. So the market was buying all along. See, it was buying to the upside, right? It got here, it retraced. See, follow me, please. Are you seeing this? So this was the last swing high. The last swing high, last swing low. At the time, imagine all this was not there, okay? Last swing high, last swing low. So keep marking. So from here, it never went up to break above this previous high. So it started moving in a consolidation manner. See this? It started moving in a consolidation manner. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? All right. And then this move happened when? On Tuesday, on March. This move happened in March. All right. I'm taking somewhere. So see what happened. I hope you guys can see this. I'm coming, okay. So see what happened, guys. I'm coming now. So from this high here, right? Okay. So from this high here, the market created this low. And since then, it has not been able to break above this high. Okay. So it's been ranging. Would you say this is a buy trend or a downtrend? Would you say this is an uptrend or a downtrend from here to here? No, it's not. Because it's still playing in between the high and the low. It's still playing in between this high and this low. No break below, no break above. So you want to just trade range market. It's been consolidating all along here. So what now happened? Let's mark here. Let's mark here. What you want to do is mark this low, the last low. That's what you want to do. You want to mark the last low. Let me bring back that. See, the market has been on an uptrend, all right? On an uptrend, okay? So for whatever reason, sellers brought this market down, okay? I'm going to delete that now. I marked the low. I marked that low. Markets neither broke below or above. So you can call this a range market. From the 4-hour time frame, all right? From the 4-hour time frame, know the difference. So what now happened? Still in March. Okay, this move was created. This move was created in February. All right. So in March, the market broke below it. You see the full body candle that broke below the previous low on the 4-hour time frame, which tells you sellers are in. All right. So what you can just call this is only a retracement to the upside to keep selling. That's it. So from the higher time frame, this tells me it's a downtrend from the higher time frame. So the 4-hour time frame lets you know the structure of the market, okay? So you're going to 1 hour now to now see the current trend of the market. 1 hour lets you see the current trend of the market. Now, this structure could just tell me, oh, yes, it's a downtrend. You might want to mark your trend line from here, from this spot here, down below. See why I don't like straight trend line, okay? I actually don't like straight trend line, but I'm going to delete that now. But you might just mark your trend line there. I'm just showing you. Or you mark your Fibonacci tool from the 4-hour time frame. From this 4-hour time frame, you might just want to mark your fib here. No, this is a downtrend, so you don't start from the bottom. You could just start from the top. Yeah, you could just start from the top. This was the high. No, this is the high. Yeah, this is the high that gave it to this low. So you mark there to the downside. So I'm going to delete this first one here. And I'm going to delete this other line here so we can see the Fibonacci tool correctly. All right. So this is 4-hour. Although you're not supposed to draw, you can. Some people draw Fibonacci tool on the higher time frame. I don't use Fibonacci tool anyway, but I'm only trying to show you something. All right, I was only trying to show you something. So this is my Fib tool. So where did this reversal? You see this move that happened here. This down move that happened here. Okay, that's where you now want to set your. Okay, I'm coming. Hold on. Okay, so I started my Fib tool from the high because it's a downtrend. So you want to start from the top to the bottom. All right. So I've marked my Fib tool on this chart on the 4-hour time frame, and you can see it never got to the valid retracement is between 50 and 61%. The valid retracement on Fib tool is between 50% and 61%. All right. So if it ever crosses to 78% or 100%, even 78%, if that trade is invalid, that reversal is invalid. So as you can see here, market reacted here. So now this is to tell you where to enter. Fib tool is to tell you where to enter. Of this higher time frame Fib tool is for swing traders. I don't trade it. Let me not even talk about it. So I'm only showing you that this is a downtrend. Why? Because market broke below Market broke below this last low here. You see this last low market broke below? I didn't mean to confuse you, I'm sorry. Market broke below this last low and went all the way up, and now it's retracing. Okay, so now this is now our new swing low. So you want to also mark that place down. You want to mark it down. So from this overall structure of the market, I'd say sellers are the ones in charge of this market. Yeah, sellers are the ones in charge of this market. From 4-hour time frame, sellers own this market. Now let's go to 1-hour time frame to get our current trend. All right. So you don't even need to look all the way like fully to know. If just mark your zones as you're seeing this like this, you want to take note of the recent move. You want to take note of the recent move like this now. Okay, market has been reacting here a lot of times. All right, let me mark my resistance zone there. Why did market react here many times? Let me mark that place. Whenever market comes there, I'm expecting a reaction. You understand? So the higher time frame helps you mark your supply and demand zone. Not just your support and resistance should be marked on the 1-hour time frame. Support and resistance should be marked on the 1-hour time frame. Supply and demand should be marked on the 4-hour time frame. Please denote this. All right. It's wrong to mark supply and demand from daily time frame, except you're a swing trader. But if you're a day trader, supply and demand 4 hours, support and resistance 1 hour. Okay, the 1-hour time frame gives you a current trend of the market. All right. So, but I don't trade support and resistance. I trade supply and demand and FVG. Okay. So now this is the current market now. This is the current market now. Okay, so now let's go back to the previous one I was using. I just had to go to capital.com gold so we can look like interact what the overall structure of the market is. Okay, so now this is 1-hour time frame. On the 1-hour time frame, I already marked this zone was marked on the 4-hour. So now I come down to 1-hour time frame and I still see a gap between this first candle and this last candle here. So what do I want to do? I want to mark that place. Now, I have the choice to reduce this zone down to this place. I have that choice too, but I don't want to. I want to leave the 4-hour zone still intact, and I want to use just a single line to mark out the 1-hour fair value gap, or the block, you can say. Meaning, if price should ever come to this zone here, I'm expecting it to... Now, two things. It might react just from the touch of this first zone, or it might go deeper. But however, instead of just taking a trade here, I'd rather maybe take a trade from here, this second, line, this 1-hour line. Because even if I take a trade from here, even if I take a trade from this first touch, the touch of this zone, although I always like to wait for a confirmation before I enter my trade. So even if I take a trade from the touch of this first zone, there might be a deep drawdown into the line just for candle to touch this line before reversing. So like I said, if you're trading zones, always wait for the market to give you a confirmation before you enter. I see a lot of traders they will just set their zone, they'll just set their position here. They don't care what's going to happen there. They set their position here and they set SL just a little bit above that zone. This is 278 pips. Are you serious? You want to risk 278 pips on this thing? What if it breaks above? On a trade, what if it breaks above? You'll cry, oh. That's 200. That's way too much, man, to risk. So the smarter and wisest thing to do is wait for candle to give you a confirmation for an entry on the smaller time frame, right? I was in church yesterday and the man of God said, be careful who mentors you. Be careful who you learn from. When he said that thing, I was like, wait a minute. Relate this to Forex. Immediately, I remembered my second mentor. Damn, that guy really messed with my psychology in trading. Like, I struggled to break that knowledge he gave me. My second mentor. I struggled to break that pattern. That knowledge pattern he invested in me. That was one other reason why I had to pay for my third mentorship. Aside from learning fundamental on the third mentorship, I also wanted to renew my knowledge. Because the first mentorship I paid for was had already prepared my brain for the foundation, Forex basis and all of that. The second one vandalized. Yeah, I did learn something. I did. but not detailed. And it was a VIP mentorship. So crazy, man. VIP mentorship, but you didn't. Not everybody are good teachers. Take that from me. Not every forex traders are good teachers. Not every forex traders are good teachers. Just take that from me. And also, that statement is true. Be careful who mentors you and be careful who you learn from. I tell you it's true because I encountered it on my second mentorship, which I paid for. But I am glad that that knowledge, I've unlearned it. I sat myself down and said, you have to unlearn this knowledge, unlearn everything you ever learned. Because it messed with my mind and my psychology and how I see the market. But I'm glad I did, and everything's good. All right, so this is, okay, let's go back to 4-hour time frame. Okay, so now we already marked the one above, okay? We've marked the zone above. So I'm looking. Is there any other zone? Is there any other order block? No, I don't see any other order block. As a matter of fact, of course, smart money came in here, but this candle has already tested the week of the previous candle. But let's go further. Let's say price wants to keep selling. Let's just assume, like I told you guys, that if price should break that zone that was here, there was a zone here. That if price should break below that zone, which it did, it was going to go back to retest and it to keep selling. That was what I told you guys 2 Sundays ago. 2 Sundays ago, that's what I said, and that's what played out here. So now let's assume this market wants to keep selling. Where would it be going to? I already had my zones drawn here. So on the 4-hour time frame, I don't see any other zone. These are previous trades. So I don't see any other FVG from the 4-hour time frame. No problem. That's fine. Let's go to 1-hour time frame. Like I said, you may not see a certain zone on the 4-hour, but you'll see on the 1 hour. All right. So let's assume market wants to keep selling here. Okay, look at another fair value gap here. Are you seeing this fair value gap here? Meaning if buyers should take from here, if buyers should take this market to the upside, don't assume it's a buy trend. Don't assume buyers are in. They might just be coming to retest this zone. They might just be coming to retest this zone here before dropping down. Okay, it might just be a retracement. So what you want to do, this is 1 hour. Mark out that place. You can, if you have a device, you can just do that, okay? You want to mark that spot. So now this zone is on the 1 hour time frame. All right. I don't want too many lines or too many boxes. I already have one here, so I'm gonna leave that there. But I've marked this place because it is valid. This one is valid. So even if I'm entering a trade here, it's gonna be temporary. I won't hold it for long. All right. So and I must see a confirmation for an entry when price gets here before I take this sell trade. Okay. So if the market wants to keep selling, where would it likely go to? I've checked 4 hour. I don't see any value. I don't see any zone there. I don't see any zone there. So this is 1 hour. You want to search. Okay, this fair value gap has already been, covered here. This one has already been covered here. So let's keep looking down. I see one here. That's how you spot your fair value gap. That's it. It's not complicated. It's really not complicated. Just look out for gaps. That's it. And then mark the candle before that gap. Okay? Very true. Not every trader is good mentor. My second mentor also seriously messed me up. I am still struggling to unlearn his knowledge. Oh, Andrew, sorry about that. You see what I'm talking about, guys? You have to be careful who you learn from. Because you see a trader posting massive profit online. Have you guys not heard about that guy who came out to cry online? That he paid $2,500 to learn Forex. He paid a certain guy who always posts profits back to back on his page, and this trader had over 100k followers. So every time he posts big screenshots, profit screenshot and all of that. So this other novice didn't know so much. He thought, okay, he should learn from this guy because he sees him posting big profit, not knowing that those screenshots, profit screenshots, were not that trader's own. He steals it from somebody else. So he paid the $2,500 to this trader to teach him how to trade. But that was the end of it. The trader never taught him. The trader kept postponing him. Even the VIP, the trader added this guy too. He said all the trades were on losses. But then the guy would still come to his page and be posting big profits, posting profits, screenshot, profits record. And he'll be like, wait, it's not trade where we, I don't know, but I saw that online, I think some months back. So I smiled. I smiled because it baffled me that some beginners are still falling for this. Don't Don't fall for a trader because of big profits. I told you guys, many of you that come to tell me, show us your record, show us your history, so show us your profit. Are you profitable? Are you this? Are you that? A lot of all these traders that post that show you guys all their profits, many, I've told you, many of it are not their trade. Those profits, many of them, that's not their trade. They took it from somebody else's trade. That's number one. Secondly, is demo. Then thirdly, with the most important thing is they're doing it to lure you in because they're feeding off from your money. So they are posting all these things back to back to lure you in. So if you now want to go and pay them for mentorship because of one big profit screenshot you saw on their page, they will not teach you well. They will mess with your psychology because not everyone can teach. Not everybody even know how to trade. So it's many of the traders who post profit screenshots is a strategy they use to lure people in to pay for VIP and mentorship and whatsoever. Okay, that's all I know. I don't know. I really don't care what other people do. I'm only trying to tell you people who are here to be careful who you pay for mentorship and not to be carried away by profit you see online. Many are not real. All right. So I'll end it there. Let's continue. So I see this zone here. As you can see, are you seeing this blue line here? I have my reasons for this blue line here. All right. There's a zone here, but on a smaller time frame. So I didn't draw a box. I just had to draw a line. Because if anything that brings market to this spot here, anything that brings sellers to this zone, right? Of course, there's going to be a reaction here because that was what played out on BTC. There's going to be a reaction here, okay? But it will definitely come back to fill this other last gap before it starts, buying or whatsoever. But this, trading is a probability game. Or you just do your part by drawing. Okay, take a look at this now. Guys, this is 1 hour, okay? This is 1 hour. Are you seeing this zone? Are you seeing this blue line is actually a zone? If you go to a smaller time frame, you know why we have this line here. But even that notwithstanding, you see this, you see the difference, like the gap between this candle and this one here. Now, you might be wondering why I didn't just draw a zone here. This is why I didn't draw a zone here. That's why I said not all gaps are valid. Let me tell you why I didn't draw this as a zone. Because this candle, right, extended beyond this, so this is an invalid zone. But if you go to a smaller time frame, you'll see that it's actually a zone. That's why you see this blue line. You see the blue line? It doesn't correspond with this zone. It doesn't correspond with this zone. The blue line, where the blue line is, does not correspond with this zone. Let me extend this zone here. This is invalid, even though yes, there's a gap there, but this other block is invalid. That other block is invalid, so that's why I didn't draw a box there. But let me extend it. Let me just extend it. Let's see how market played out when it got there. Okay. So you see how market reacted on the line. You see how market reacted on the blue line. Okay. You see how market reacted. Let's go to 50 minutes. Let me not just show you 1 hour. Let's go down to 50 minutes and see well how market reacted there. Okay, now let's see why we have that blue line there. This is 50 minutes. Let's see why we have that blue line there. For every line I have, there's always a reason why. So guys, let me reduce the shade. Okay. Or maybe let me delete this first. Are you seeing why I have the blue line here? Are you seeing the gap between this red candle and this one here? You see the gap? You see? Now let's put back that 1 hour zone. Are you now seeing this? This is 1 hour. All right. So I'm going to delete this. For me, what is valid? What is valid is the blue line. For me, that's what's valid. The blue line. Let's go to the current day. Let's see how price reacted there. Okay, that was the move I told you that happened at the end, towards the end of New York, when people were already off the market. But it still came back to test it. This is 15 minutes. It still came back to test that place. But like I told you, gold always likes to touch a zone twice. So if the first one didn't play out well, wait. Don't panic. Don't be angry or sad that you took a loss. Just wait. Markets will always come back as long as it's a zone. As long as it's a zone and it's gold, it will come back. It's that simple. And to show you a confirmation for an entry. So let's see when this move happened. Let's see when this move happened. It also happened towards the end of New York. And then see how it bought. Just see how it bought. But okay. No, this move happened. It's not this. This wasn't the one that happened towards the end. But there's a similar move like that. There's a similar move like this that happened towards the end of New York, right? So this one is a very good one. It's a very good one. See, at the open of New York, I think this was the week I didn't trade. This was last week where I didn't trade. Because if I was looking at the market and I saw this move, if I was looking at gold and I saw this move, I would have taken a buy trade from here, from the close of this candle here. Set my SL somewhere around here. How many pips? Okay, that's fair enough. Then targets, like I said, my first TP will be here. There's no guarantee that it will come up here, okay? Because I didn't draw this zone. I didn't draw this zone from the higher time frame. So any zone I draw from 15-minute time frame, I must not seek to catch trade as long as this. Did it eventually play out as long as that? Yes, it did. Look at it. But I didn't get this zone on the 1 hour, on the higher time frame. So that's why my take profit will be small first. My take profit will be small. My first TP would have been here, this support level here. Of course, price got there. How many pips? 244 pips. Okay, and then second profit will be somewhere around here, just at the height of this. So see, let me show you something. First of all, you don't know that price was going to come back here to react here. You don't know. Okay, your own is okay. Price is going your way. Trust me, you want to set break even. You would want to set break even, and this is where greed comes in. If you don't take the first profit, if you don't target the next zone, you want to wait for a big one. Target the first zone first. Take partial profits. Then adjust your SL to break even. So that even though markets, because as long as it's gold, expect many tricks. I showed you guys the trick it played out. When I started this live stream on today's market. So yeah, you have to be careful. So you don't know it was going to come down here. Your mindset is that, okay, it reacted on its own. See, are you seeing this? It reacted just one time and it managed to go up. Normally, it likes to touch it 2 times. I told you guys, double bottom, double top. Okay? So when you're trading zones on gold, expect a double bottom, double top before you take a trade. Otherwise, you'll get kicked out when you take the first, on the first signal. Okay, so you want to take a partial profit here and set break even. So you had made your money here. So even price coming down here to test this place again, because you on your mind you'll be like, oh, maybe it wants to break below until you see a confirmation for a buy trade before you're okay, it's still going. But see, it have kicked you out. Let's just say, of course you would want to set break even. You would want to set break even as price is going your way. You would definitely want to set break even. It would have come to kick you out if you had not taken your profit from here. So you would be bitter that you saw profits, but your market came back to hit you out. Oh, gold. So this is one disadvantage about gold. But if you know how to get the entry right, you're good to go. So see this. Market came back there again. It came back there again to that same line. I can't take a trade from here because it has already tested here. So what you want to do is wait, just watch and see what the market's going to do there. But at the look of things, I think it's just trying to form a W pattern. At the look of things, I think it's just trying to form a W pattern before it goes to the upside to test this zone here. This is a zone. Okay, this is a zone right here. So let's draw our zone well. So let's go back to 1 hour time frame. I just wanted to show you guys the reason for the blue line. Okay, the reason for the blue line. The 1 hour did not give us a valid reason to draw a zone there, but the 15-minute did. If the 1 hour gave us a valid reason to draw a zone, right, the market wouldn't have tricked the way it did here. It wouldn't have played out the way it did here. It wouldn't. So the zones from the higher time frame is much more respected than the smaller time frame in some cases, some days, sometimes. All right, so I already have my zone here. So paraventure, from where the price is right now, it's almost 8. From where the price is right now, if the market should, okay, this is what I expect. You see this fair value gap here. Let me increase this. Oh, sorry. Let me increase this so you see clearly. All right, I think I should just draw a box there instead. Let me just draw a box there. I'm just going to draw a box there instead. This is 1 hour. This is 1 hour. All right. Okay. So I have my zone drawn there. I'm going to restore back. That's how I'll know the difference. Okay. So you can have your zone drawn there too. Okay, you can have this zone drawn there too, because price is going to react when it gets here. Why? Because it's an order block. There's a fair value gap here, and price hasn't come to close it yet. So it's very valid. It's valid. All right. So you can mark there. So if this price, this is the analysis. All right. This is the analysis from where price is right now. Two things involved. Either it keeps selling to the downside, of which, look at this. Look at this. It reacted here before. Okay. So apparently this is, it reacted here before. So apparently this is a support level. It's a support level. All right. So from here, from where it is right now, if the market goes to the upside, it might just be to test this order block. I'm going to take a sell trade here when price gets here, only when I say confirmation for a sell. Only when I say confirmation for a sell is when I'm going to take the sell trade right here to the downside. Okay, so it's either price does this, all right, or it's going to do this, or this is what it will do. Or from here, it might just sell a little bit to the downside. It will come back up to retest that zone, because it is a support level. So it's, as long as it broke that support level, it will always come back up to retest it, making it a resistance before dropping to the downside. All right, to test that before dropping to the downside. Or maybe it might just come down a little bit. Market does not go down straight. Come down a little bit. Now go to the upside to test, feel this zone, just to prolong the move before dropping to the zone. So in other words, what I'm just trying to say, let me not confuse you. See the difference? So what I'm just trying to say in essence is, if this market, summary, if this market should break below this level here to the downside, this is where it's coming down to. This next zone here. The price of that next zone is 4,278. If the market should break, I'm coming. Okay. So this is a support, all right? Market is reacting there too, okay? So two things involved. Either the market goes back to the upside to fill this gap and keeps dropping down, all right? Or it's from there, it will sell a little bit. It may not sell this long. It's, of course, I'm not expecting market to go exactly the way I drew, but in just what's in summary, anything that makes sellers bring this market down, this is the next zone. In summary, this is the next zone, all right? But if it goes up and breaks here, the reason why you have to have all this entry in mind is because no one can predict the market. No one can predict the market. But if from here, from this support zone right here, the market chooses to break this other zone to the upside, this is what some traders call inverse fair value gap. They trade the inverse fair value gap. That's market is not respecting this order block. It has broken and closed above it, so they will want to take a trade from the close of it. Some would take a trade at the candle that close above that, or this other block here, or some will wait for price to come back to retest it before taking a buy trade to the upside. But anyhow the market wants to play out, just get the message. What's the message? If from this support level market buys up and breaks above this level here to the upside, I'm expecting to retest it. It may not retest it. It might just shoot all the way up. But in summary, this is the next zone I'll be expecting to take a sell from, this place. If it's buying, this is the next zone it's coming up to where I'll take a sell from. If it's set, let me leave it there. Let me leave it there. But if it's selling, this is it. This is the next zone. In summary, that's my analysis. All right. So I'm going to only entertain 10 questions, 5 from TikTok, 5 from YouTube. I'm done with the analysis, guys. I showed you guys how I drew the zone. I showed you guys how this zone, why we have this zone here, and I've explained a whole lot to you people. Something that I only teach my mentees. I've explained them to you, but not entirely everything anyway. There's still some more serious information that I just can't give it out for free here in the public space. So I'm done with the analysis. I'm done with the review. So if you have any questions, you can drop them. I'm only going to take 5 questions from YouTube and 5 questions from TikTok. But if the questions from TikTok are not up to 5, I'll just add the number to YouTube. So you can keep your questions rolling. Bishop Mayo, I see you. You're welcome. Okay, so I'm giving 3 minutes for question. So even the next 3 minutes, no question, I'm just gonna end the live stream because I'm done. No, this is not GBP CHF. This is gold. If you look at the headline of the live stream, I indicated it there, gold analysis. I'm done with the analysis. I'm waiting for questions. Kate Ward, is there anything serious you want to DM me about? You could just drop it in the comment section, okay? Henry's asking, how do you journal their trade, please? How do you journal my trade? Is that what you mean? Is that what you mean? Like, how do I journal my trade? Queen is asking, which time frame are you using most? Okay, I'm a day trader, so I focus on 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 30 minutes. Sometimes I look at 10 minutes. RJ Forex is asking, where do you start your HTTP from? What do you mean HTTP from? Please, you have to spell it out. Some abbreviations could have different meanings, so you have to spell out that HTTP. Tell me what that means. That's like 3 questions I've answered from TikTok. YouTube people, I'm coming, please. How did you draw the purple line, please? This is not purple. Oh, is it this one? Oh, it's not purple, it's blue. It's because price is currently there. That's why it's purple. It's blue, see? This is where price currently is. So your question is, how did you draw the purple line from? Are you just joining? I drew this line since I drew it since first week of April. I drew it from the 50-minute time frame. So why did I how did I draw? What did I see that made me draw that line? It's a zone. It's an order block. It's an order block. That's an order block. Okay, 2 more questions from TikTok. When should you start to trade gold? When should you start to trade gold? When you have the capital. That's coming from Daniel. When you have the capital to trade gold, not just capital. When you have the knowledge, you need to have the knowledge to trade. You need to have the knowledge to trade and also the capital. All right. So the last question from Jay. How do you find entry points when using demand and supply zone? All right, that's a very good question. I like that kind of question. Okay, so let's see. All right, that's the last question I'm taking from TikTok, coming from Jaylene. Jaylene, I want to explain to you how I find an entry point. Queen says, okay, ma, as a beginner, what advice would you give me? Okay, let me answer Jaylene. That's the last question from TikTok before I go to YouTube. How do you find entry point when using demand and supply strategy? All right. So first of all, I want to believe you know how to mark your supply and demand zone, right? Okay, so let's go to 4 hour time frame because it's 4 hour time frame you can mark supply and demand zone. Okay. Okay. So I'm looking for a valid supply and demand zone. Okay. All right, let's use this one. So right now, this is our supply zone. This is our supply zone right here. Are you seeing this? Price hasn't come there yet. Although this price tried to come there, but it never did. It stopped halfway and started retracing to the downside. You see? It stopped halfway, started retracing to the downside. All right. When you have marked your supply and demand zone, you want to wait for price to come there. Make sure it's a valid supply and demand zone, okay? Make sure it's a valid supply and demand zone. So you want to wait for price to come there. when price comes there, it's going to give you like liquidate. Sometimes it will consolidate on that line, right? Sometimes it might even break in. It's not line, oh, don't draw line on supply and demand. Draw box, not line. Please draw box, not line. Okay. So it might liquidate. It might give a rejection, candlesticks rejection, like when buyers take it up. When it gets to the zone, oh, when buyers take it up, sellers will now bring it down, creating a wick. Buyers will take it up again. Sellers will now bring it down, creating another wick. So you want to look out for, these are things to look out for. Number one, a reversal candlestick formation. That's number one. Number two, a candlestick rejection, like up to 3 weeks rejection. Okay? Only on that zone. That's your confirmation to enter. I hope I've answered you. So watch out for, that's your entry point. Just mark your zone, okay? Mark your zone, your supply zone, or your demand zone. Wait for price to get there. Wait for price to react on that zone. That's what they call price action. Wait for price to react on that zone and then give you a confirmation by it. That's why I say learn candlesticks. If you learn candlesticks, these things will be small thing to you, because all you need to do is wait for market to give you a reversal candlestick formation before you take a trade. So that's all for the questions there. So let's move to TikTok now. Thank you. This coming from Okoji, God's gift. Thank you for your time. Really appreciate. Do you take your POI from the candle before the FVG or the FVG itself? Also, what time do you do this so I can keep tabs? What time do I do this? How do you mean by what time do I do this? Can you explain that? Do you mean what time do I go live, or what time do I take my entry? So let me just answer that. Let me assume you're asking the two questions. So for the time I go live, it's usually on Sunday, not Mondays. Okay, it's usually on Sundays in the evening by 6 p.m. UK time. Then if that was not the question, if the question was what time do I take my entry, I take my entry from the 15-minute time frame. All right, I take my entry from the 15-minute time frame. Then what was the next question? The next question you said was, do you take your point of interest from the candle before the FVG or the FVG candle before the FVG? That's the other block. That's the other block. Queen, okay, I'm going to take this last question from Queen. Queen, as a beginner, the advice I would give you is learn. Learn and use demo only. It's not enough to learn, right? Learning is different from practical. The practical is you executing trade. Now, the market is going to penetrate into your emotions or penetrate into your psychology. You might be making profit in the beginning, but don't get carried away, because the market always have a way of tricking, especially if you're trading gold. The market always have a way of penetrating into your mental. So learn deeply. You see, as you go to school for, let's say maybe primary and nursery school, you spend like 6 years attending nursery 1, nursery 2, nursery 3, primary 1, 2, 3 to 5, then you take your JAM, JSS 1. You see that course of learning, that years of studying, JSS 1 to SS 3. Then you enter university, year 1 to year 4. If it's medicine, year 1 to year 6, or year 5 if it's optometry. See that years of learning. Expect it in trading. Now the difference is, you may not need to spend 5 years, learning how to trade. You can become profitable from 1 year, few months, like I did. Okay, like I did. What will make you stand out from people who spend 5 years before they become profitable is if you have someone to hold you, like a mentor. If you have a mentor that holds your hand, guides you, teaches you, tell you this is your mistake, this is what you should do better, do this instead. If you have a good mentor that holds your hand, you become profitable before 2 years in trading. All right. But if you're just learning on your own, learning from different videos on YouTube, I can't guarantee 1 year, few months to understand it fully. Personally, I paid for 3 mentorships. So as a beginner, I will tell you the truth. You see, I had to start from where I started from this educational aspect, right? Because a lot of people make that mistake of, it's not just to learn candlesticks, it's not just to learn where to buy and sell, it's not just to learn zone. Oh yeah, nah, learn it. But that's not the only part. The major part is the market messing with your mental, mess with your psychology. Greed will come in. You make profit now. You want to go in again because your mindset will tell you you can make more. You go in again. Market will take back everything it gave you. That's why I always advise one trade, one and done. One and done. When you make profits, if you enter a trade today and you make profit on that trade, don't enter again. Leave the market for that day. Because if you try to enter again, the market will take back the profit it gave you. If not the market, maybe your broker. So that's the advice. All right, I'm done for VIP mentorship. I haven't opened the room for general mentorship yet. So right now it's just VIP mentorship. Okay, Okoji God's gift. I hope I've answered you. Okay, Queen, you're welcome, Queen. Key time frame. As a day trader, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes for entry. Okay. You can also use daily time frame, all right, to know the bias of the market. Then for a swing trader, if you're a swing trader, that's a trader who likes to hold trade for months, for many weeks, your time frame should be monthly and weekly and daily and 4 hour. Okay, your entry could be 4 hour or 1 hour, but you make use of monthly time frame. All right. So if you're a scalper, your time frame should be 15 minutes and 1 minute. That's 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and 1 minute. 1 minute for entry. Some scalpers use 1 hour, okay? But your entry is 1 minute. I don't like scalping. That 1 minute, I hate 1 minute time frame. That's made me lose a lot of money. So I don't go near it. But some people are very good at trading 1 minute time frame, not me. So I just answered that person who said, hey, time frame. Okay, I don't know if that's I don't know if that's the answer to the question you asked, or you're asking of the time frame. The time frame on the chart right now is 4 hours. I just want to thank you for the lesson. Oh, you're welcome, Katende. You're welcome. What's the edge behind this chart? I don't know what you mean by what's the edge behind this chart. I don't know what you mean, but if you can explain further, then I can reply that. How can one journal their trade? Okay, how can one journal their trade? Okay, so get your book, get your pen, write in columns, right? The date, the pair, write date, write pair, write strategy, write session, write P&L, write I think if you look at my video, I dropped a template. I made a video about what and what. Okay, but I hope you're taking note of the things I'm saying. I already made a video about how to journal your trade. But I didn't drop the templates. Maybe one of these days I'll drop the template on my channel, right? How to journal your trade. So also write your emotions, write your lesson, write your mistakes. That's all about it. Then at the end of the week, you go back to review it. All right. So what's the next question? Yeah, I can't stand 1 minute time frame too. Do you think gold will go up? With Trump and Iran, right now the market is impossible to predict. I already told you what I'm expecting from the market. If it's going down, I know where it's going to. If it's going up, I know where it's going to. When I say I know where it's going to, I mean I know where I would stake my entry from, and the zone it will likely react on. No one can predict the market. Not when Trump is in power. Someone say where to trade on. I don't want to take more than 5 questions on YouTube. Just 5 questions. So the next question is, I want to believe this is the 3rd question I'm taking on YouTube. Can you explain what fair value gap means in context, and is support and resistance the only effective strategy? No. First of all, support and resistance is not the only effective strategy. There are a lot of zones. Support and resistance is a zone, is a key level, but there are many more key levels, zones aside from that. All right, it's just one of it, of which only support and resistance alone cannot give you that profitable trade. You need other confluences to attach to trade support and resistance. You can't trade support and resistance alone. There are some other confluences that you need to attach to it to make it balance. Then the other question you ask is what fair value means in context. I already explained fair value gap. I already explained that. Even from my illustration, I've been explaining it, guys. Hey, are you just joining? What is the most favorite? This is the fourth question. What is the most favorable session to trade for trading gold? Okay, so lately it's New York. Let's look that together. I'm going to turn on the session now. Let's look that together. Let's go to 50-minute time frame. Even if it's 1 hour time frame, yeah, it's not bad. Okay, so there are a lot of people, a lot of traders who say, oh, Tokyo session is for consolidation, is where the market consolidates, this, that. But man, not on gold. Tokyo session might be a consolidation session for some other currency pairs, but on gold, it moves well. But let me tell you something you need to know. As of last year, there were times where I hated trading gold in New York. I hated trading gold in New York because it consolidates a lot. Then the best session I was making money from while trading gold was Tokyo. But it was the same Tokyo a lot of traders were saying it consolidates a lot. But that was where the big good move happened. All right, check for instance, this is gold. You see this move? This great move happened in Tokyo. So yeah, not just Tokyo though. I've been, as you can see, I've been taking this back. I've been swiping, backward so we can see for ourselves how Tokyo has been playing out. And all I can say to you is, right? First of all, this is Tokyo. This is Tokyo trading gold, consolidated. This one moved well a little bit. Okay, this one consolidated and moved well. Okay, I'm just going to answer you. I'm just going to give you two answers, all right? Let me give you two answers. Number one, you see Tokyo, it doesn't all the time, how will I put this? It doesn't all the time consolidate like this. As you can see, it had a good move on Monday. It consolidated on Tuesday. It had a good move on Wednesday. It had a good move on Thursday. Are you seeing this? It had a good move on Friday. It had a good move on Monday following week, and so on and so forth. So and then look at this one. This one is consolidated. So what I'm just trying to show you about trading gold in Tokyo, I'm going to talk about the 3 sessions, all right, is that number one, as of last year, it used to go well, move well, sweet. But you see this year with Trump and Iran, I tell you, it's risky trading Tokyo session. So as of last year, okay, let me summarize it. There's no best session to trade gold. You know why? Because the market has different era. Right now, I was even surprised this year to see that New York is having good move on gold. Do you get? Not that it has never had good moves on gold, New York. Not that it has never had. But as of last year, it like New York always consolidates. A lot of trick, a lot of manipulations and all of that. Even London was good in trading gold then, early London. But throughout this year, all I see is crazy consolidation in London that I stay away. I don't trade London in gold. If you go back and check it, it consolidates a lot. London consolidates a lot on gold. Okay, just like this Tokyo now. Are you seeing this Tokyo? It consolidated, but it shock you to see that tomorrow like this, when Tokyo opens, it will have good move. It will shock you. Do you get? So, yeah, some days it consolidates, some days it doesn't. Even New York, some days it consolidates, some days it doesn't. Just that when you're talking about volatility, that's when the market moves fast. Okay? That's when the market moves very fast. Like this is Tokyo. You see, it had a good move. From here to this point, it had a good move. So and then look at New York. Good example. Just look at New York. No good move like that. So what I should just tell you is trade zones. All right, trade zones, because I know there are different strategies. There are different strategies to trade on each session. Okay, there are different strategies you can catch trade on each session. So I won't say, oh, this is the best time to trade gold. All I will tell you is that if you're trading gold in New York, there's always big spike. You can make your money quickly, fast. You can lose money fast. You won't have to spend hours in the market. Like if you enter trade now, you see money now. unlike other pairs, or unlike Tokyo, that the market will be moving slowly, even though it's going to go well, but it's moving slowly and all of that, except maybe there's a news or something. Do you understand? So there's people just love to trade New York because of how fast it moves, the volatility during New York. All right. But London, I'll tell you, well, if you have a strategy that works in London session to trade, you can focus on that. But if you want to ask for my opinion, I'll tell you stay away from trading gold in London because it consolidates a lot. And the support and resistance only. So I've answered the question. That came from Ugo Place. So the fifth question is, what is the most favorable session for trading gold? Okay, I think that's the one I answered, right? Okay, so the last question is how to spot high pro. Okay, that's a very important question. Please, how can we contact one? If you want to contact me on Instagram, just write me on Instagram. If you want to reach out to me personally, you want to talk to me personally, please write me on Instagram. You can write me on Instagram, you can write me on TikTok. But the thing is, if you're writing me, don't just say hey, don't say hello, don't say hi. I get a lot of that. I have over 300 messages with hi, hello. I have not answered them because I need to know why you're writing me. And that page is not a personal page, it's an official page. So if you're writing me, you have to go straight to the point. So just command my response with what you're writing me for. So on Instagram, watch out for the page with the 11.8k followers, all right? I don't know if there are people already impersonating me on Instagram like they are on Telegram. So watch out for the one with 11k followers. Please, how can we... Okay, I've answered that. Omali says, as always, you've given a lot of content on this call. As always, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Omali. I really appreciate you. Seprex is asking, do you have a Telegram group? Yes, the link is on my bio. On all my platforms, check my bio, you see the Telegram channel there. And then the last question, which I skipped, I didn't answer it. How to spot high probable order block. Okay, let's answer that. Oh, order block. All right. Let me stretch. All right, I'm supposed to end this live stream. This is 1 hour already. Oh, okay, that's 1 hour. This is 2 hours. I didn't plan to stay 2 hours. I intended staying 1 hour 30 minutes. No way. Okay, my phone just alerted me that it's low. I just looked at YouTube now and I'm seeing 1 hour. I'm seeing 127 minutes. That's 1 hour 7 minutes already. No, that's 2 hours 7 minutes already. 2 hours 7 minutes. Oh, okay. So let me answer the last question. So how to spot a valid order block? Number one. Oh, this thing, behave yourself now and show me. Oh my god, what is this? Hey, this thing likes to disgrace somebody. I wanted to write it down, but let me just use my mouth. Okay, let's go to a higher time frame. First of all, you want to go to a higher time frame, right? To spot where smart money came in. I'm going to hide these sessions. You want to spot where smart money came in. So let's look for an example on the chart. This is 4 hour time frame. Okay, this is a very perfect example to your understanding. See, I could have used this one, but I don't want to confuse you. Let me use something more clearer and simple. So here's how to spot a valid FVG. So you can see it on the 4 hour, you can see it on the 1 hour. All right. So you don't have to limit yourself on only 4 hour. Okay. You can even also spot it on a daily time frame. Just that the most time frame that will give you the most that will give you the most signal for the order block is 1 hour and 4 hour and even down to 15 minutes. All right. So as you can see here, see what happened here. See what happened here. Market money was resting here, right? And so this big move happened. Let me start from here. You see, let me start from here. Where should I start from? I want to explain something before I explain the order block so that you understand how to differentiate a fake order block and okay. Not just understand how to differentiate, but also okay, let me just explain. All right, so you see the market, okay, money rested here, right? So the buyers took the price up. I hope you're following. The person who asked this question, I hope you're following. All right, so I'm explaining how to spot a valid order block. I'm explaining how to spot a valid order block for those of you just joining. So the buyers took this market up. Okay, we're just imagine all this didn't happen. Okay, so the market now gave us smart money came in. Smart money came in and gave us this candle. Smart money came in by this candle. That's what that means. Smart money came in by this huge candle to the downside. So you want to mark this place as your order block. This is your order block. The candle before the huge move. The candle before the huge move. That's your order block. So as you can see, price didn't start falling down when it touched it. It didn't start falling down. It went back up. What did it do? It reacted on that order block before dropping. Are you seeing it? So therefore, you cannot extend it. You cannot extend this forward because price has already tested it. So it's no longer valid. So you delete it. So now this is a valid one. This is where comes my explanation. All right, so market now consolidated around here. After going up to test this order block here, it consolidated around here. And then this is what makes this order block valid. Number one, after the consolidation, smart money came in with a big move, big move, big move, big move, creating a gap between this one and this candle, between the first candle and the third candle. You understand? So you want to mark the candle that formed before smart money came in. So the number one thing to look out for is smart money entering the market. Okay, how do you know smart money enters the market? Is when you see a long move to the down, like a long move in one direction. It could be up, it could be down. When you see a long move in one direction, that's when smart money has come in. So the block before, the candle before that long move is the other block. All right, then the second confirmation is when the long move happened, you want to watch out for fair value gap. And other block is valid when there's a fair value gap. All right, so when you see a fair value gap, you know, and you see it low, just like you see all this move, that candle, this candle, that's the order block. All right, so not only would the price come to fill the gap, it also want to touch the order block. So let's see if price touched this order block. Let's see if it has touched it yet. It hasn't. This is gold. So let me show you the one price touched. Let me show you an instance here. The one price already respected. As you can see here, what do you see here? A long candle to the downside, a full body candle. This is when smart money came in, and then you see a fair value gap, right, between the first candle and the third candle, right? As you can see here, another long candle formed here, another long candle formed here. But what did this long candle do? This long candle, this one, went up to touch this wick. You see this? So this is not valid. It's not valid as a fair value gap. You want to take note of the candle that formed before that big move. So what do you want to do? You want to mark that candle. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah, you want to mark. Let me mark this one first. Now, don't just focus only on one side. You have to look your chart. Look at the charts. Look at your charts from A to Z, up and down, so that you don't miss anyone. Do you know why? Because if market disrespects one, it will means there's one above is trying to go up to go and respect, just like this one. So look at this. I even skipped this one. Are you seeing this? So you see the candle that formed before smart money came in. This is a perfect example. Smart money move. The next candle formed. You see this gap? There's a gap here. There's a smart money move. There's a candle before. So before I call this mini supply zone, it is still a mini supply zone. It is still a mini supply zone, but let's just leave it at order block. All right. So a lot happened here before smart money came in. So you want to mark the order, that candle there, the last order before smart money came in. All right, so you can either call it a mini supply zone or an order block. So it is valid when smart money comes in. You know it from the size of the candle, and when you see an FVG. Okay, so you want to mark that zone. So I see another one here. Of course, I want to mark here too, because I see the big candle to one direction. I see a fair value gap, so I want to mark that one too. So the only reason I would take this trade on this order block is when the candle market gives me a signal, a confirmation for an entry. That's the only way I'll take this trade. I will not be like some traders who trade it blindly. They'll set their position and just strike a trade when the market gets there. They'll just strike a trade when market just manage to touch there. Whether it's touch, like anything that makes market touch there, it will activate their trade. Or maybe they set buy stop or sell limit or buy limit. They'll activate their trade without a confirmation. Do you get? And then they'll set above here as their SL. That's 624 pips. That's crazy. Too much to risk. So you see now, you see why I say I wait for a confirmation. If we go to a smaller time frame, you see that price never gave a confirmation here. There was never a confirmation here. So the market is not that wicked to trick you to enter only to finally on a zone. Nah. It can only trick you to do as if it wants to start going now, but to reverse, touch that place again before it start going, finish. But to trick you that it wants to start only for it to start buying, when it's it doesn't, it's not that cruel. So now, as you can see here, I have my zone here, I have the zone here. These two are other blocks, all right? So I see that market disrespected this one. I already know, okay, this is the one it wants to come to respect. So what happened? Market eventually came there. Let's assume this was not here. Let me delete this box. So let's assume that's what I just deleted was not there. This was the one market now came to respect. And as you can see, you see the reversal formation. You see the reversal candlestick formation for the sell trade. As usual, I told you guys, if you've been joining the live stream, you remember when I say gold likes to close its gaps. So as you can see this gap here, even if I had entered a sell trade from here, this will be my target. Market got here. I see a rejection. I won't enter immediately. I need to see candlestick formation, like candlesticks. I need to see not just one. I need to see candlesticks formation. Are you seeing this? You want to enter from just this one alone shows you that sellers are in. Or you want to enter from a smaller time frame, set your position there. If you go to a smaller time frame, your entry will not be here. Your entry will not be here. It will be somewhere closer. Okay? Okay, somewhere around, very close. So you want to target this next gap here, that open here, as your take profits. 1, TP1, and then here as TP2. Are you seeing this? This height as TP2. What happened? Your TP1 got hit because price actually closed the gap. Then it went back up, but never came to close your entry. And then what happened? Price still came back again, close your TP2. And what price did this? This is 1,700. Price got to 1,788 pips before it reversed, and that's so much money to make from gold on this setup. Do you understand? Okay, let's look at if you are taking your take profit from this first gap here. Your first take profit, that's 1,097 pips on gold. That's 1,097 pips on gold. You see this? So you don't have to be, and that will be 1:6. Actually, if you're trading this kind of setup, you have to target 1:3. But this is 1:6, risking 117 pips, 176 pips to make 1,097 pips, right? Okay, so let me put back that zone I deleted earlier. I want to put back that zone I deleted earlier. I'm trying to round off. I'm done with the questions. I was only trying to answer the last question. Okay, that zone is back up. So I hope I've been able to explain how to spot a high okay. I just explained how to spot a high probability FVG. Benson says, can I come on live like 3 times or 2 times a week? Why? Why? What time frame are you using? I'm a day trader. I use day traders time frame. Okay, so why should I go live 3 times or 2 times a week? Just tell me why. And let me assume something. If you're thinking, okay, every time I go live, I do this education, so you want me to be going live every time or maybe 3 times a week to be doing this explanation like this on Forex? No, I won't do that, because there are people who pay for mentorship. All right, there are people who pay for VIP mentorship. So if I'm always going live to give out all the information, so what value would the people who paid for this knowledge get? All right, and also note this: a time is coming, like I said, I've been saying this, a time is coming where I would not be doing all this explanation anymore, publicly, openly. I won't be doing all this explanation anymore. So for those of you who have been joining my live stream, who have been staying, hearing me explain all the things I'm explaining, I really hope you're grasping a lot. I hope you're learning a lot, because a time is coming where all this explanation won't be there. I'll only go live. Maybe I may not be analyzing live again. I might just go live to take trades. I set my zone, We go live, I tell you where to buy, I tell you where to sell, but I will not tell you why I'm entering a trade there. I won't tell you why I'm taking a trade there, or why what I saw in the market. A time is coming where I won't go into all these explanations anymore. I'll just go live, we'll take trades together, and I won't explain why we're taking it. So if we make profit, good. If we don't make profit, good. Losses and wins are part of the game. So this is just a phase of me just having a good time with you guys by coming online to share my analysis on this pair with you guys. So it's not always going to be like this. Benson says you're so good and explain these things, and I really understand it. I'm glad. All right, so we've come to the end of the live stream, and I'll be shutting down now. For those of you who joined, congratulations. I really hope you learned a lot. I really hope you learned a lot. Someone says, please create a mentorship forum. I do have a mentorship forum. I do, but it's VIP. It takes a lot to teach, especially someone who doesn't really know the basics, right? It takes a lot to teach. But if you already know the basics and you want me to teach you the advanced parts where you can easily make, I don't want to over exaggerate, like where you can you want to learn what will make you cut short your journey from 3 years. If you were to wait 3 years before you start becoming profitable, if I mentor you from few months with what I know, I've had like 3 mentorships already, and I've had my own personal study. So within few months, you should start becoming very profitable, and that's why I host only VIP coaching. I host only VIP coaching. I don't know how to start a general mentorship. I'm still thinking. That's why last week didn't end really well. That's why I never opened it. But I'm not that I'm considering it. I just don't know how to start it. How do I start a general mentorship? How do I start it? Because I have no idea. And also, mentorship is not easy though. Even the people who applied for VIP mentorship, I know what I go through guiding them. So I've just been thinking how the general mentorship will be like. So guys, I don't know. Is there anyone who has been here since the beginning? Is there anyone who has been here? Don't start it now. Let us enjoy this autopilot. Someone says don't start it now. How much for membership? Membership on the VIP? On the VIP? Okay, so if you wanna talk to me, if you want to talk to me, just come to Instagram. Write me on Instagram directly. Just write me on Instagram directly. I'm getting exhausted. How do we get access to your VIP? Just write me on Instagram. The page with 11.8k followers on Instagram, the same name. All right. If you're interested to join the VIP signal or the VIP mentorship, just write me. The mentorship is not free. If I'm going to host a general mentorship, it's not going to be free. I have not considered how much yet, and I haven't considered if I really want to push through with that. But every time I go live, I usually get a lot of demands, like for quite some time now. So I don't even know how to start that. And also, the reason why I held back, I was supposed to start since 2 weeks ago, but I held back because, learning how to trade now, man, for general mentorship, except it's VIP. Let me tell you something, traders. If you really want to learn, if you really want to learn Forex and you want to start becoming profitable on time, one thing is to learn it. I can tell you can pay for physical mentorship, pay for any sort of mentorship, whatsoever mentorship it is, learn on YouTube. You will still be making mistakes. But if you really want to become successful on time in trading, number one, I will tell you, get a personal mentor, someone who has been trading for quite some time. Not those ones who are loud. They're using their profit to lure you in. Many traders out there don't know how to teach. Not everyone are born teachers. You see how I explain, and a lot of you simply understand? Because I love simplicity. That's why I can explain in a very simple term, because I feel like things should not be complicated, man. I'll break it down for you. But I'm not saying you should come pay me. No. Every time I go live, I don't talk. I don't campaign for come pay for mentorship, can't do that. I just go live just to analyze, and I end up teaching. I end up showing you a lot of things. I end up giving you a lot of tips. So I'm only saying that whoever you're going to pay for mentorship, if you ever want to learn Forex and know it well, I can tell you that many people who signed up for the physical mentorship class I paid for, like in the first mentorship class, even the second, even the third, many of them have dropped out. Many of them are, I don't know, I don't talk to them, but I can tell you that many people who pay for mentorship, many of them, like many always drop out, okay? But maybe because of the frustration, maybe because of no capital, maybe because of the many reasons why. But me, I was determined. I would have dropped out for long. I would have given up. I would have quitted. But I was determined. I literally quitted my source of income because of Forex trading. I had my savings before I started. So I didn't just start with the hope of making money. Of course, I knew I wanted to make money. That's why I started trading. But I was already making my money before I joined Forex, right? Trading. My journey in Forex was just to make money easily without stress. That's why. You guys, so I already had my savings when I joined. But, if I had known better, I would have paid for direct mentorship from the beginning. You get, so the first mentorship I paid for was general. But then I felt like so much was not taught. So that's why my second mentorship was VIP. I paid for VIP. But then the guy is not a good teacher at all. I wasted that huge money in vain. He's not a good teacher. I did not learn anything. I just discovered some things, but I didn't learn anything like that. It was the third mentorship I paid for that I learned a lot. Not the technical parts, the basics, but no, fundamentals. Supply and demand, because the person is a king of supply and demand and fundamentals. Even saying it now, many of you know him. So I learned a lot. You understand? And then many of what I know is not just from the mentorship. It's from my own studies. So the mentorship is not enough. You need your own let me tell you something here. If you want to go for general, you need to also spend time studying the market on your own. But if you really want to become very successful on time, make money, like you want someone to guide you, do it like this. You made this mistake, don't do it this way. If you do this way, this is what's going to happen. Like you need that one-on-one mentorship. Trust me, you do. You need one-on-one mentorship. So if you really want to cut short your journey of long stress, long time before you start becoming profitable, you just want to get on that profitability on time, early, within few months. Let me give you guys some. You have to get a one-on-one mentor. You have to get a one-on-one mentor. Now, there are some traders you pay one-on-one mentorship, right, with. After this session, it's only 1 month. The VIP mentorship I paid for was just for 1 month. And after that, the guy never saw me through. He didn't put me through after that. I still hustled on my own. Do you get? He didn't put me through. There was no follow-up. But if I'm going, the people I take VIP mentorship with, right, the people who paid for VIP mentorship with me, I follow them up. We take trades together. Do you get? I follow them up. They tell me every trade they're about to take. They tell me before they take trade. So even though it's not the pair I trade, I have to go and analyze it for them, check it out for them, because they tell me I should check whether it's good to trade. I'll check it out and I'll tell you, yes, trade this. Yes, it's not. No, avoid first. Wait. Do you understand? So you need that mentor. So that's why I say you need someone who guide you, hold your hand, and put you through. If you can afford a VIP mentor, do it. The money it's just a one-time payment, guys. It's just a one-time payment. But it is you that will enjoy it in the long run. Because when you finally know it, you get that discipline. You have that discipline. Every day will be money for you. And you will forget that you will not even remember the one-time money you paid just to learn. So if you have the money, I would advise you don't have to pay me. I'm not really desperate for that. I'm only concerned about you getting it right. So don't fall for flashy traders because of their profit they post. Don't fall for that. It's a bait to lure you in. Those profit they post is a bait to lure you in. And even the second person, the person I paid VIP with, he posts big screenshot. That was what made me even pay for the VIP. Because of the big profit screenshot he was always posting. $20,000, $50K, $100,000, and so on and so forth. I fell for it now, but I regret it. I didn't learn anything. Nothing. It's not a good teacher. It's not a great teacher. Not everybody can bring their skill into learning, like teaching someone else. And also some traders intentionally gatekeep. They don't, want they don't want you to know it all. But nah, that can't be me, man. As you can see, even when I go live and I do analysis with you guys, I tell you guys even things I didn't plan to tell you. That's tell you that I don't gatekeep. Life is free. That's right. Life is free. Life is free. Okay, so yeah, just get you a private mentor. But if you can't afford that, it's okay. Pay for mentorship. Don't just dwell on YouTube videos. If I was dwelling on YouTube videos, I would not be where I am right now. I would not know what I know right now. I tell you 100%. You will get confused. By the time you want to learn about a particular strategy, you watch from this one, you watch from that one, you watch from this one, you will confuse yourself because each and every person's talking about the strategy, talking about the basis of Forex, have different view, have different words, have different, some will talk about indicators, some will talk about this, some will talk about, you will confuse yourself. Even this order block strategy, I decided I came across some videos of traders who traded too with, trying to teach on their platform and so on. I said, let me just scroll through a few. See, me, I got confused. Not because I was trying to learn from them. No, but I wanted to see if they know what I know. That's why I decided to learn, to watch. I wanted to see if they get it right. They confused my brain. I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't help but pity the people who are new to trading. I couldn't help but pity people who are new to trading because, man, you're going to get confused. And funny enough, not all they teach is right. Not all they teach is right. Someone is asking how to find a good mentor. But like what I'm doing now, that's how to find a good mentor. Like what I'm doing. A trader who can go live, analyze the markets with you, take trades. Not the ones who post flashy screenshot of this profits. Nah, it's a clickbait. If I want to do it, I'll do it. But I'm not desperate for money. So I'm not going to fake profit and post it. I'm not going to be posting my profit on every trade to convince you to come to me to pay for VIP signal or pay for mentorship. Nah, I'm not after your money. I'm not after anybody's money. There are many ways to make money. It's not by posting, but nah. I'm not after anybody's money. That's why I don't post profits. Because aside from that, there's a psychological effect of posting your profit online. Some things are meant to be secret. If you want to go find profit in trading, don't post your profit online. Even if you do it, don't do it all the time. There are things that are meant to be kept secret. Elon Musk does not post his profit online. Dangote does not post how much he makes a day from his businesses. So because you're a Forex trader, why the Forex traders who post it, ask yourself, why do they post it? Why do they post their profit, every profit online? It's because there are a lot of traders out there, and so they want to stand out as the best. They want people to validate them as a good trader. They want recognition, and also, most importantly, a lot of them are using it to bait you in, to hook you, to come pay them for one thing or the other, for a course or something. And some may be good traders, but they don't know how to teach. So you have to look out for maybe the reason why I know how to teach is because my mom is a teacher. Maybe that, because I see a lot of comments, people telling me I understood, thanks for making it very simple, thanks for I loved it, I learned this, even me, so when I see this comment, I'm like, oh really, was I that simple, was I that very detailed? That's good. But it's one thing to teach, it's another thing to have someone who because as a trader, there are times where you will not have the energy, you will not have the ginger to trade, especially when market has dealt with you. Someone is saying you are seeing one already. Do you still need another Jesus to find one? How do you mean? Okay, you're replying to someone else. Okay. No, some persons like to ask questions for curiosity, because of curiosity, for clarity actually. Okay, so yeah, that's it. That's all I can say. I don't even remember where I stopped. So yeah, like one of my mentor, right? You see, let me explain something for you guys. I'm done with the analysis, I'm done with everything, so we're just gisting right now. So the first mentorship I paid for, right, was a physical class, and the guy had many people, like many persons, come in day after day to teach different this thing. So the guy who took us, okay, so after the whole stuff, right, there was someone teaching us technical, there was someone teaching us Fibonacci tool, or someone teaching us this, or someone teaching us that, and so on and so forth. So do you know that I I paid for I paid 3 of those mentors. Aside from the mentorship I paid for, the physical mentorship, I went ahead to pay 3 of those mentors, 3 of them, individually for 2 hours. I think one was for 5 hours, but he did me dirty. He did not complete the hours I paid him for. I had to leave him with the money. In fact, all of the 3 of them, it was when I threatened to tell their boss. Their boss is one of the top trader in Nigeria. Okay, one of the top traders in Nigeria. But people complain about his trade a lot. I am not going to talk about that. It's not in my place to talk about any trader. So let me just focus. So when I threatened to report them to their boss, they were now trying to tell me, okay, should they refund the money? They don't mind if I'm ready, they will teach me. Do you know what it means to pay for physical mentorship? And that physical mentorship, right? You're paying 3 different, you're now going extra to pay 3 of those mentors that are coming in to teach you the ones you paid for. But you're now going further to pay 3 of them per hour, because they said per hour is 70,000. It's not $70 or thereabouts. Yeah, $70 per hour is $70. I'm like, okay. I paid one for 5 hours. I paid the other one for 2 hours. I paid the other one for 2 hours. The first person, the other one I paid for 2 hours. It taught me perfectly. First session 1 hour. The next day another session 1. It taught me well. But the other one, which is the right hand man of the boss, right? And now there's a reason why I'm giving you guys this story, of which I'm coming there. The other one I paid for 2 hours, which is the right hand man of the boss. He was the one who exalted BTC, that made me have interest for BTC. I usually ask these questions, back then I usually ask, traders who are profitable these questions. How long did it take you to become profitable? I ask these questions because other traders, successful traders, they make it look like before you become successful, it will take 3 years. That's how they make it look like. And in my head, I'm like, why should it even take 3 years if I'm always studying something? So I have to wait for 3 years before I will now become No, it can't be. I must break record. Because me, I'm always all about breaking records, making a change, making a difference. Do you get? So I decide to ask this question. Even online, if I see successful traders, I always like to ask them if I have any opportunity. I want to be, because I already have the mindset. I had this mindset to become profitable even before 2 years, even before 3 years. So just because it took you 3 years, 4 years, 7 years to become profitable does not mean that has to be my story too. And then I also understood that these people that it took 3 years, 4 years, 5 years before they became profitable, at their time when they started learning Forex, they were not exposed to enough materials as we are now. So that's why it took that long. Do you understand? So, it was after I got my answers that I now realized why it took those people up to 3 years before they started becoming profitable. So the person who made me love BTC, right? He said it took him, how many months did he say? I think he said 10 months. Yeah. He said it took him either 10 months or 1 year plus to become profitable. And I was, wow. And he said why. Now, this is now the reason why I'm giving you guys a story. He said why it was like that for him. He said because he attached himself to the boss. Do you get? He attached himself to the boss. So the owner of that physical mentorship, that academy, he was close to him. So it was now like a direct mentor to him. Yeah, mentorship, I don't offer general mentorship. It's VIP mentorship because I know the commitment I give. I know what I give out. You can see from the live session I hold with you guys, I know what I give out. So that's why it's VIP mentorship I've been holding for a while, not general mentorship. But I'm considering it general mentorship. I'm only telling you the difference between general mentorship, what you stand to get, and VIP mentorship. So he said he became profitable from the 10th month. I don't want to get it wrong. See, it's 2 of them who gave me answers. So I don't know which of them. One told me 10 months. But I don't know if it's the BTC guy, the one that trades BTC, that told me 10 months, or is the other guy that I paid 2 hours for, right? That told me 10 months. So either of them, I know one person told me it took him 10 months, while the other person told me it took him 1 year, few months to become profitable in trading. So these answers alone were like a conviction to me that I don't need to wait 3 years before I become profitable. I will be within 1 year or 1 year plus max. Do you get? So for and then the two of them said the same thing. Or was it? Yeah, I think three of them. All of them, the three mentors I paid for separately. Three mentors. They said one was the one that said 10 months, while the other one said 1 year plus. The other two said 1 year plus or thereabout. So when I asked them how was this possible, they said because they got close. They got close to the guy, the boss, they got close to him, they worked with him one-on-one, so the boss was guiding them. So they now told us the difference. That was what even instigated me to pay for VIP mentorship on my second mentorship. Listen, when I wanted to pay for the second one, I had to go for VIP. Do you get? So yeah, so I'm only telling you that if you can afford it, if you have the money, first of all, I would advise you go for VIP mentorship. Second of all, know who you're getting education from. Know who mentors you. Okay, know who educates you. Please, I made that mistake on my second mentorship class when I paid for it. The guy is not a good teacher, so you have to know who you're paying to. Please, I beg you, because that money I paid, that money you pay for VIP, if they don't teach you well, you can't get it back. All right, so yeah, so before you pay for VIP mention, just go ahead and find out what comes with the packages, all right? Because after I paid for the VIP mentorship and he guided me, it was like for 1 month, and he never followed me up. Till today, he has never written me to ask me how far with the trade, how far have I gone, how you doing, what are the mistakes you made, like no follow-up. I'm not gonna lie, I regret pain. But on the other hand, I don't 100% regret, because I still learned something. But it demoralized my psychology. It slowed me down in trading. If I was on a fast pace, the guy slowed me down, I was stuck. But he does not know. Why? Because of the education he imparted in me. Do you understand? It was not a productive one. So I'm glad you need to have all this experience so that you know better. So I'm only telling you that if you're a trader here listening to the sound of my voice, right? As long as you're rolling with me, that's from now till when I'm going to stop talking too much on my live stream. I just go live, focus on the actual thing that brought me live. I might even stop going live to analyze with you guys. A time is coming where I'm going to stop going live to analyze with you guys. I would only be going live to trade live. Do you understand? Not every day. Maybe once a week or twice a week. Not every day, definitely. And even if I'm going live to trade live with you guys, I will not explain why I'm entering. I will not explain my zones. So for now, you guys just enjoy all my explanations on all my educations on my life, because everything has a face, everything has stages. Okay, so yeah, go for VIP mentorship if you can, and know who you're paying to. But if you can't afford it, it's okay. You can still take, even if you're taking general mentorship, right? I would advise that while you're taking the general mentorship, still have time to study it by yourself. Because when I paid for the first physical class to learn Forex, I didn't just dwell on what was taught in the class. When I came back to the hotel room, because I traveled to another city to learn it, so when I got back to my lodge, I was still learning day and night. I would learn let's say I come back by 4 p.m., right? 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. The moment I shower and eat, I'm entering the market on the bed. I'm entering the market. I'm checking. I'm studying. I'm watching YouTube videos from this same guy I paid for mentorship. From one person. I was not looking. When I say learn from YouTube, I don't mean random videos. You have to learn from one person, even if you're learning from YouTube. You have to learn from one person. Because the problem is when you overload your brain with too many informations from too many people. That's where you're going to get stuck. To you feel like you're gathering too many information, but that too many information is what will keep you stuck. So I already understood this. That was the reason why I only learned from one person, so that I can understand faster, learn faster, know it faster. So I only learned from one person. And who was this person I learned from? The person I paid for my first mentorship class. So he had a series of videos that I posted, uploaded, right, on how to trade Forex for beginners and so on and so forth. And then trend lines, technical analysis parts. He did not teach fundamentals, because I don't think he knows fundamentals like that. Maybe he does now, but at the time he didn't know fundamentals. It was my third mentorship class that I paid to learn the fundamentals, right? That's why I can easily predict what the market will do after a news data is released. Okay, so information, knowledge is power. If you have the money, pay for it, go for it. Do you understand? Don't harbor it, learn it. So on the YouTube, I was only watching videos from him alone. Okay, so on YouTube, I was only watching videos from him alone. And when, okay, yeah, from that 3 o'clock that I get back, I shower and I eat, I start learning on YouTube over and over again. No, I'm not just learning on YouTube. Oh. As I'm watching whatever he's doing, I'm also doing it on my system. Okay? Or whatever I see him doing on the screen, on his this YouTube video, I'm also doing it. Because as you're watching, you have to practice it. That's the difference. As you're watching, practice it. So I would be on it from that 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. till, guess what time I will sleep? In the morning the following day, by 5 a.m. So my journey didn't start today. I've been on this back to back, day and night, consistently for almost 2 years. Do you get? So consistently for almost 2 years, day and night. You understand? That's why I usually smile when I see some persons come to the comment section commenting their lame and poor mindsets. I laugh, dropping their vague opinion. I really don't need that. I've paid my price. I've paid my dues. Okay, I've paid my price. I've paid my dues. Sleepless nights for many months. For many months. So, and then when I finally learned the basics, even when I've watched the video before, I would still go back and watch it again every day. And I went as far back as his videos of 2011, right? Because I thought to myself that time he started, he must have given out so many information, just like I'm doing right now. I recently just started going live right now, like on YouTube, to analyze and also trade live. It's a recent thing, not like I've been doing it for so long. I needed to give myself time to be ready before I start. Do you get? So it's the reason why I'm trying to give myself time to be ready for general mentorship, because I know it comes with stress. That's why I'm not in a hurry to put it out there that, oh yes, because I'm not desperate for your money. I already know what I'm enough with. I'm okay with what I know. The knowledge is mine. So even if I want to give it out there, your money won't really mean. I'll give you more than what you're paying for. That's why I'm doing Shakara with my knowledge. That's why I'm not in a hurry to just put general mentorship. But then be at alert, because by this weekend, I might open the floor. But I'm going to drop it, okay? I'm going to drop it on the Telegram channel when I open the floor for the general mentorship, and it's going to last for 1 week. Sorry, 1 month, not 1 week, sorry. Of course, you can't learn Forex in 1 week. 1 month. The VIP mentorship is still open. It's open. I have persons I'm mentoring one-on-one, and they're already making profits. From the market, and they're still making mistakes. So even when I was learning from my first mentor's YouTube videos, this was around September, right? I was thinking I'll start making money from October, but I lied. October, I was still losing money. Then I had to take a break. I took a break, I think the whole of November. And I didn't trade December too. It was December I had to pay, because I'm like, wait, I paid for mentorship. Why am I not see profitable? Why am I not see getting it right? Why? See, guys, pay for general mentorship. That's if you're paying. You see, the one I paid, that general mentorship I paid for, they did not give enough time to learn. 4 days a week, 2 hours per day. It's not enough now. 4 days a week. Are you serious? Not enough to learn Forex for someone who's just starting. So that was the reason why I was always going to watch his videos far back from 2011. Because I felt like that was that time he was giving out enough information freely and all of that. Now, his eyes must have opened. So any video he's making now, he would be harboring some information and so on. Just like what I'm doing. Like I said, now I just started, I recently started going live. I'm giving out too many informations, teaching too many things, you know. And I'm telling you now, because I know everything has a phase. A time is coming, I will not be teaching much again. Because sometimes I don't even know when I enter the teaching mode. I don't know when I start giving you guys too many information. Like, you see all these zones I draw. Normally, I'm not even supposed to explain why I'm drawing my zones. I'll just, but I'm not regretting. It's fine. I enjoy every moment I spend with you guys. I do. I enjoy every moment I spend with you guys. So I enjoy every session. Trust me, I do. All right. And if I had someone that was doing this during my time, I would have maybe gone far and I would have hold that person so tight. In fact, it's even that person I would have paid for my second VIP mentorship class, not the other one. I did the mentorship class I paid for was because I was seeing big profits, big screenshot of profits. Do you get? So I was misled. I was misled by the profits, huge profit screenshot I saw him post, because the teaching was nothing, scrap, nothing at all. You know, sometimes you even be telling me that he wants to teach someone else. I don't even want to go back to it. It's bygone. It's bygone. But he was polite. I'm not going to talk down on him. He was polite, but how can you pay for VIP mentorship and 1 year down the line you're not profitable? Why? How? That's an error. That is an error. You cannot pay me for VIP mentorship and you'll not be profitable. Me, I will follow you up. As long as I'm profitable, you must be profitable, because I will show you what it is that is working for me. And you see it, and you trade it, and you make money, and you smile. That's just the thing. But I'm not hyping anything. It's optional. Okay. So I think I'm done. I answered the final question, the 10th question on YouTube. I'm done. So guys, I'm going off right now. This is past 9. The market will be open in 2 hours. Okay. While we're still here, let's see what's happening on. The market is still on. The market is still on. So let's see what. Okay. So this is live market. As you can see, this is 9:39. This is 9 minutes before the close of this 15-minute candle. So as you can see, the market is consolidating. I'm going to turn on the session now. I'll turn on the session now. Okay, so I'm going to delete this first box here because the market has already tested it. You see, this first box was drawn on the 50-minute because of this other block. So the market trick for a sell here with these rejections. With this rejection and with this candlesticks as though it wants to sell, only for it to go back up, test that place well, and now give a clearer reversal pattern for a sell, and then it's sold all the way down. So guys, let us just hope Iran or US doesn't come up with another drastic news tomorrow. Please, let's just pray they don't do that. But let's check if there's news tomorrow. Let's check if there's news tomorrow. So if you want to reach out to me, just write me on Instagram. That's where you can get my fast response. And be careful of people impersonating me. Please, be careful of people impersonating me, especially on Telegram. The link to my Telegram is on my bio. All right. And my handles on social media like TikTok and on Instagram is about 11K plus followers, all right? 11K plus followers. Anything other than that is not my page. Even on YouTube here, the link to my Telegram channel is on my bio. And if you want to write me directly, just write me on Instagram. So there's news tomorrow. There's news tomorrow. Okay, we're just gonna be careful. See, I already said it's that the daily setup is gonna be on pause for now, all right? Because of news like this and Donald Trump and all of that. So it's just zone. So hopefully tomorrow we'll be waiting for market to come here. So as you can see, there's a gap between this candle, this one here, and this one. So you want to mark personally. See, everybody have their model of trading. This is my own model. This is how I understand the market. Even you, for those of you who are watching me who are very serious in trading, right? While you're studying the market back to back, you're going to discover your own strategy. You will discover your own setup. Okay? And that's what you're going to run with. So never let anybody come to your live and tell you to go and learn something else. No, don't do that. Don't. You mess up with your mind frame. Your mental frame, you mess it up. What your brain is already beginning to adapt, you're going to mess it up if you try to learn something else. Focus on what you know. Let them trade what they know that works for them. You trade what you know that works for you. At the end of the day, we all want to be profitable. All right, profitability is the end goal. So there is only the paths. There are many paths to greatness. Okay, let's say this is greatness, but to get to this greatness, there are many directions to it. So focus on your own direction. Don't be jumping from one strategy to another, because at the end of the road, at the end of your own direction, at the end of many other directions, at the end of it is success. So everybody have their different paths to get to that success. Okay, so this is the market right now, and it's still consolidating. Now let's look at 30 minutes. As you can see here, now this candle showed that. That's why sometimes to trade this gold is always tiring, because it can trick. Aye, this is gold now. After giving this confirmation, let me change this. I'm coming. Let me change this to blue. After giving this candle formation for buy, say it's still liquidating there, but I wouldn't even have entered a buy trade here. I wouldn't even have entered a buy trade here. You know why? Because I already know that anything 4 p.m. the market consolidates. So entering trade after 4 p.m. is tiring. That's why even when this move happened, I wasn't really like paying attention, because there's no way I would have seen this and I wouldn't have entered. I wasn't really paying attention because it was almost 4 p.m. and just look at this. Just look at the market is already consolidating from what time? From 4:15 p.m. the market started moving, certain way. That's why once it's 4, I'm done trading gold. Anything the market is doing after 4 p.m. on gold is never my business. I'm already out of the market because it always consolidates. But there are some days where it will still have good move even after 4 p.m. It will still have good move, but then follow your discipline. Follow discipline. That discipline was set up to guide you. Follow it. Follow it. There's a reason why you have that discipline. Follow it. Close your tab and go. If you feel like if you close your tab and go away, you still come back. Scroll through social media. That's one of the things I do. If the market didn't favor me that day and it looks like I want to become emotional, I enter TikTok. I start scrolling through. TikTok has a way of distracting me. It was not like that before. It was Instagram that was a hook of distracting me. Like, it could keep me glued. Like, it could keep me so glued on, like, addicted. That's what I mean. Addicted. I could end up scrolling for hours. That was Instagram before. Now it's TikTok. So many people have joined TikTok. I've been blocking a lot of people, especially people with irrelevant content, because the algorithm is very funny. It will pushing on irrelevant content to me just to hook me, because it knows that, okay, if I see this one, I want to spend time watching, and then from that video, I want to search for more. Hey. You have to be determined. You have to be disciplined. I was just at the verge of deleting that account on my TikTok. But the only reason why that account, I still have a presence on TikTok, I would have deleted my presence there completely and forget TikTok existed. The only reason why I'm still there is because I don't want someone to use my name to take advantage of the fact that I'm not on TikTok, to now use my name to scam people. I will not be happy with that. I don't like that. I don't like it. So I thought to myself, maybe I could just leave the page there and just delete the app. But I don't know. So guys, I don't know. Okay, the next time I'm going to go live will be on Sunday. All right. For those of you who joined since with the beginning of the live, I'm very sure you've learned a lot. I'm about to end this live right now. Someone says market crash incoming. I won't be surprised. You know why? Because market broke a valid zone. For those who have been here from the beginning, I told you guys about the zone, right? You see this move that happened here? This was only a retest of the zone it broke out from here. Coming. This move that happened here on Friday, before a retracement to the downside, was a breakout of a very solid zone that happened around here. So, and I said it that if it breaks out from that zone, I've deleted the zone. I said that if it breaks out from the zone that was here, this other block that became a support zone, if it breaks out from it, it's going to come down. It's going to come down to retest it, which was what it did. To retest it, which was what it did here. And then start selling down. Okay? So if market should have a crash, it's okay. I'm expecting it because that's already shown a sign. And I already know where it's coming down to. All right? I already know where it's coming down to. I know where to sit. I know where I'm waiting for it to come down to. But however, before it gets there, it may not get there tomorrow, it may not get there next tomorrow. But before it gets there, it will always show you entry point. Just like here, it has shown us an entry point. So if the market, I gave you guys 3 illustrations, what to expect from the market, especially on the zone, right? So right now we already have our zone here. If the market should come up, anything that makes the market come up to this zone, just watch out for a retreat, a reversal candlestick formation before you take a sell trade, okay? Because from the 1 hour time frame, the current trend of the market is a downtrend. See, the current trend of the market is a downtrend, as you can see here. I hope you can see this clearly. All right, so I'll see you guys on Sunday. All right, I'll see you guys on Sunday by 6 p.m. UK time. That's the next time I'm going to go live. And the reason why I'm live today is because I wasn't able to go live yesterday, and I explained why when I started this live. So I'll see you guys on Sunday. Do take care and have a good night rest. Once again, if you want to join a trading community, you can. The link is on my bio. All right, just click on the link and join. I'm going to first end the live on TikTok. TikTok is bye. Then I'm gonna go straight to end it on YouTube.